Well, he went to 16-10 last night, so let's see if the settings change mid-tourney work.
Embarrassment for Shopify Rebellion.
He does prefer a little 16-10 action.
Devastating loss and are looking to bounce back against... Sorry, let me just check my notes one more time. The best team in the tournament. Oh, well... Nothing comes easy at the 6th Invitational. Shopify Rebellion will have to do much better than what we've seen from them so far if they want to topple the world champs.
FaZe Clan made their debut at the 6th Invitational yesterday after having a bye on Monday. So that means FaZe Clan's running the gauntlet 4 straight days of matches in a row. And, well, blink and you miss that they played yesterday. They went up against their regional counterparts of Black Dragons, the team that made it here through the SAL Last Chance qualifiers. And boy, oh boy, it didn't look like Black Dragons showed up very much at all for yesterday's matchup. FaZe Clan demolishing them, crushing them, annihilating them, slaughtering them, disemboweling them. Whatever terminology you want to use. It was 7-1.
The moment we've all been waiting for, folks. Yeah. The moment that we have all been waiting for.
And I mean, they know each other. They play each other quite often. But, man, it looked like FaZe Clan has not missed a beat.
No, and for any maybe Rebellion fans that didn't watch that FaZe Clan Black Dragons game, you and I had the pleasure of casting it, Parker. Let's be honest, that could have easily been a 14-0. I mean, FaZe were having a good time with it. They were having fun with Black Dragons.
And spam up those Rebellions. You know the drill. Spam up those Rebellions. I want to see a sea of green in the chat right now.
Yeah, it was not a
We are getting into the map here. Sea of green. Come on.
FaZe Clan team.
Come on now.
It looked like they were pugging it out. It looked like they were playing ranked. They were running around.
Sea of green. Sea of green. Sea of green.
Was, you know, defying
boom,
logic.
boom, 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 boom.
To God and man, frankly.
Boom, 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 boom. Sea of green. Sea of green. Sea of green.
I know that for old heads that watch this esport, they will recall the whole saving strats thing that G2.
Come on, Willie Nelson.
But it is just
another day, another dawn.
Gameplay. Why give up strategy and show how you're
actually using the MPX on
real adversity
too, bro.
when you can just have a good time, show up, have some laughs, and still ultimately win it. I mean, I don't think there was ever a period of time where FaZe Clan was in jeopardy at all yesterday in their matchup. Total stark contrast to Shopify Rebellion. After their matchup on Monday, I think a lot of people were like, wow, they handled G2 very effectively. This team is the real deal. And then they get bottled by D+, a team that many had being the worst in the group.
No, D+ is not worse than Black Dragon.
Intents and purposes, SR should not be having a good time in this game, but there's a reason we play these matches, Parker, and there's no doubt the talent that this Rebellion roster has. So we've got to see that shining through today. It'll start, of course, attacking the top floor of Nighthaven Labs, by far the most popular bomb site on the map. Good Maverick work to start things off from Surf. We'll get the IT wall open.
How come Plane isn't in the Pro League map pool? Ban this guy. He's throwing off the mojo of our game right now.
From time to time is that when you're attacking this top floor site on Nighthaven, you need to have IT walls +1. So you need 2 of 3 IT connector rafters. You've got to have at least 2 of those entry points. Shopify Rebellion clearly getting IT now. Where else do they go for their second point? Based on player positioning, it looks like it's going to be kind of Rafters Aqua side for that second dimension to the push.
And this is commonplace, whether it's Clubhouse or Nighthaven Labs, this part of the map will need to be handled as there's an Azami present. Explosions galore, the Azami now being watched quite heavily. As Souls is under fire, there's air jabs going out, there's flames in front, drones being sent his way. The air jab knocks him into the fire.
Big kill, let's go, Willie.
Spoit will capitalize. The first kill of this series goes to the Swede.
Big pick, come on.
Great coordination between Rexon and Spoit. They work together to clear out the Azami. Souls,
take your time.
The most deadly player of the tournament so far after yesterday's 4.0 KD, 4.75 KDR, I should say. Putting up against Black Dragons. He gets dispatched early, and
Ambi finds
Ambi takes down Wooting.
Great start for this
last
team.
2, bro.
They are on familiar territory.
They're second to last, so if I can keep this wall closed for a good portion of the round.
One thing they are is consistent on this map. They are a great Labs team. They should be able to handle this, even if they are on the unfavorable side.
Canadian.
Handy with the lone kill so far.
Come on!
Yeah! Now the all she wrote.
Good round.
Canadian gets active as well.
Good round, baby.
Goes to the North Americans.
Let's go.
Nothing complicated to start things off for Shopify Rebellion. They go in for Rafters. A little bit of a pinch from Ambi.
Good round, boys. Come on.
From meeting side.
Keep the momentum. Keep this momentum, baby.
To the push that was already pretty complicated.
Strong round.
FaZe Clan didn't move too much. Tried to keep things closed with the Two-Brow. Didn't work. Tried to keep things closed with the Azami. Didn't really work.
Well played.
One thing you didn't really catch, I think, from our main POV was how quickly Spoit had to sprint up those Raptor stairs to get in that position.
Good round there. Good round. Really clinical round, boys. Come on. More of that.
Rexon was starting to poke with those air jabs. So
I lost the predictions today. That's all I'm saying.
so
Don't
fast,
say
and
that
I
to me,
think
Vom.
Rexon working with him, Raptors position, MVP around 1.
Come on, Sea of Green. Spam those rebellions up. Spam those rebellions up.
To take this match a bit more seriously if you're FaZe Clan. Not that I think they didn't there. They actually look quite structured.
Fuck it, I'm hopping in the giveaway as well.
I mean, Shopify has
Yeah.
now done in a single round what Black Dragons did twice in their matchup against FaZe. So the bar is in hell at this point.
Yeah.
And,
Yo,
you know,
Mango, thank you for the 13 months. Appreciate you.
I mean,
Thank you for tier 1.
Shopify Rebellion are a bit of an enigma, if you look at it, right? They have all the tools to be a super team, and super team is often bandied about quite a lot. But when you've got a young prospect like Ambi, who has really come into his own and is
Mad Labs,
among
thank you
one
for
of
tier
the
1.
best fraggers at this event. You've got Spoit, who
Oh,
won a
Cyberhood
major
catch.
as a
I'm be
rookie
slacking
himself,
here.
huge content creator. Oh my. Cyber and Ambi will do battle. Ambi
First
actually
pick by
really
Ambi,
good.
good
There are
pick.
very few that can stand up to Cyber.
Good
and
pick.
I'm glad that Ambi's the one to do it, as it just further proves my point. And then you've got, you know, Rexon and Surf there to round it out, as they are both terrific players in their own right.
Yeah.
And yet, for whatever reason, success for this team seems
Good
to
pick,
move
good
more
pick.
than it really should. FaZe Clan is going to be a formidable
Yo, it's good
opponent. I
bucket,
don't think
go.
anybody is doubting that FaZe Clan is the
Come
better
on,
team
boys.
on paper, but that doesn't always translate to that.
It's hard not to be the better team
Keep
on
it
paper
simple.
when you're the world champs, right? It would take some pretty phenomenal feats. So, yeah, obviously SR, big task ahead of them, but they've looked great so far. Winning round 1, opening pick for Ambi, almost dies in return. He's taken a ton of damage north side of the map. It's that same window that he's
Handy
been
finds
battling
Ambi.
on and does fall up against Handy, playing over towards the lobby side of the map. Very solo position for
Are they
Ambi,
hitting
as the
direct?
rest of his team are already in the
They're going
sights.
direct.
Yeah, it's a quick one. Canadian leading the charge on in, waiting for the all clear.
I'm going down.
Wooting waits very patiently. They must know that this is happening. Surfing
Bomb
Canadian
down, bomb
literally
down.
on top of each other, waiting for someone to move on the side of FaZe Clan. Nobody will. They are using
Come on,
supercharges
don't
on
fuck
the
this.
inside of the reinforcement to get to the outside of the map. That is something that is so seldom seen. And it is quite enjoyable.
Canadian didn't need to do
trying
this,
to
man.
take up space. His feet get shot away at by Wooting.
Canadian
Now
did
return
not
the
need
bomb
to do
site
this.
by KDS will work. These
Big pick.
MP7s doing
Come
some
on.
great damage. Handy on the board as well. And Rexon's all on his lonesome, tearing strips through the Mozzie.
Canadian,
but
bro.
can't
Why?
quite complete the job. FaZe gave
don't need
the
to do
bomb
that,
site
bro.
to Shopify Rebellion.
They just gotta
and
chill.
It turned out to be a bit of a ruse.
Yep.
FaZe bounce back, and it's a tie game.
Yeah, nice little triple kill from that was Handy in the mix.
Canadian
of that.
just needs to
Don't
chill
believe
there, bro.
everything you read.
Doesn't
Did a
need to take
great
space.
job
You
just
only take
training his
space if
teammates
people are
inside
actually
the
trying
site,
to back
doing
you.
Really good work after the plant went down. This is the one thing with FaZe Clan. They're never going to panic. They're not going to lose their cool in a situation like that. I think they did.
Is
know
what
the
it
plant
is.
was going
Gotta
down.
keep it
It's not like
stepping.
They snuck it in there.
Would've
It's
been
a
nice to go
blitz
two up here.
coming down cargo stairs and
A lot
getting
of
down
security
behind
in the
pillar.
two there.
That's something quite loud that was happening. They had the information that was
Bad decision
that
by
was
Troy.
going down, but recognize that most of their players were on the top floor, and they're not going to be able to stop that plant. Of course,
I understand he's trying to keep them off,
Take our
but
time.
he's
let's get
just
back
took
down
so
into
much
sight
damage
and then win
trying to
in
do that, you know?
post plant.
Big pick
no
from Ambi
need
there
to
as well.
worry about it. Great.
Yeah,
cautious
like,
play coming
this
through
is-
from
this
FaZe
is not
Clan, in
necessary,
particular
bro.
Handy.
Now, one thing that we'll be referencing throughout the course of this match is how Nighthaven Labs has steadily drifted towards being more attacker-favored than before. There
Good
was a
round from
period
FaZe.
of time where Nighthaven Labs was almost perfectly
Just gotta keep the
balanced
composure,
to a
Shopify. They
couple
gotta
live
expect
events,
to lose
50-50
rounds, and they have. That's what I said though, is
the
that
win
if
rate of
you
attackers and defenders, of course,
come out of
broken
sync
down by
whatsoever
particular
against
bomb
FaZe,
sites, we have for the
they'll
first
punish you, bro.
time in maybe even ever in our esport, we have a whole whack of maps that are actually quite attacker-sided
Yeah.
through this SI. Layer, attacker-sided. 6 plays. Border, attacker-sided. Bank, attacker-sided. It's quite crazy. Nighthaven Labs started out really strong for the defenders, but has steadily
You just have to chill.
regressed
No, there
to
was
the
no
point where
need.
the only defender-sided bomb site is on the top floor. Every other site skews towards the attackers. That is quite unique.
There was a great stat on the desk about how, there was multiple stats on the desk about how FaZe Clan are basically winning in every category. Overall round win percentage, attacking win percentage, recovery percentage, objective percentage. FaZe Clan have really done a great job in general in this game. And
Right,
Ann asked me if I had any
breach.
stats to maybe give some hope to Shopify Rebellion, and I still don't. But what I do have is a sample size. FaZe have played one game
Good
so
pick.
far today at this tournament before right now.
Bro,
And even for
Shopify
these
are doing the
map
right
stats, Parker,
shit on this
we're
map
only
though. Like
on day
they're
3. I
playing it
wouldn't
right.
worry
They just need
so
to not.
much
They just need to not
about
overheat.
the numbers that you're hearing.
This looks a
What I
lot
would
different, a
be
lot
worried
more
about is what I'm
composed
seeing on
today.
the server, and so far, that is SR off to a fiery start.
I don't know if you saw the player cam reaction of Rexon, but he literally shook his head and said, "What's that guy doing?" Because why is a Malusi sitting in an exposed position on IT wall when you know that there's going to be a Maverick available? Like, that wall's going to get opened up. You're not actively defending it. There's no denial present on the side of FaZe. I have to wonder what Handy was thinking.
I think he's thinking, I got a 3K last round. These guys stink. Let me just style on them, Parker. But it's not Black Dragons you're up against this
They're going to have to get rafters.
Not a bad thought.
No, not a bad thought. And for Handy, that's often a correct thought. But
So you've got Command 5 today. Appreciate you, Splash.
A difficult opponent. They've got another player dead
Just
to
gotta
rights
keep the
on
pressure
their
on.
own. They've spotted Wooting top floor. They push him over. I believe that was him that they hit with the air jab. Isn't alone, of course. They've got some players up there. I believe it's Soul's playing top floor, so they do need to be careful with it, but also the mid floor looking enticing.
And Canadian
going
for
down.
a quick defuse. It did not work out so well in the previous round. He falls off of the case and will attempt it again.
Rexon finds one.
Rexon eliminating Souls. The smoke of Vidiking throwing some gas out. Canadian punished for it. Cyber out of nowhere finds two, and the case is now surrendered inside of the Lion's Den. This might be tough for Shopify Rebellion to recover from, but you've got three incredible guns.
Big shot from Rexon. Huge round.
Rexon's going to find his third
Come on.
kill of the round with just two remaining. We're on Ace Watch.
Yeah, already 35 seconds left in this round.
Vidiking going for a retake, I think.
Down with a low man count situation. The defuse kit still just outside of storage window, so they can jump in and go for the plants, but it's pretty obvious what they want to do.
Rexon's still holding this spot from above, but he's out-dueled by KDS. The Scorpions just tearing through no matter who finds themselves on the opposite side of them. Surf, last man standing, diffuser gets planted. And
Should be 3-0 right now, bro. It should be 3-0.
Sweeps through the moment the objective goes down and is
They got to keep their heads up, bro. This should be 3-0.
FaZe starting to fire
There's no other way of saying it.
It is still a defender-sided map, even if it is more favorable territory to the attackers.
Yeah.
And with it being Shopify Rebellion's map, Jesse, you know they're going to do well, but FaZe should have the upper hand for this first half.
I'm very
actually
intrigued
are
by the
overheating,
game
bro.
plan being brought up by SR through these first three rounds. It's obvious
Should
they
be
wanna go for
3-0
these
right now
fast
in the way of
plants. They
Shopify
don't
Rebellion,
care
and they'll
how
know
much
that.
map control they have.
It's gotta
They
not
want
let
to
the
get
pressure
in, get
mount.
the diffuser on the ground. I think after just seeing it one time in round two, FaZe did a great job of adapting. They came a little bit closer. They forced Canadian off the plants that first time. Cyber pushes up and gets that kill. And then even though they get the plant down in rounds 2 and 3, FaZe are in a far better position in terms of where their players are on the map to win in that post-plant spot. I would be surprised if that was something that SR
They've done everything right.
want to do this ahead of time. But
They almost blasted Seth's head off there.
It was so close to hitting him. Oh my goodness.
I'm changing maps.
That was probably part of the game plan SR had coming into this. My big
When they
question
lose
is,
top control
it has
here,
failed
it's fucked.
dramatically twice in a row
They need to have
now.
cams for
Do
Aqua,
we
though.
rein
The
that
fact
in?
that
Do
someone's
we stop
able to
going
just
for
walk
these
up
fast
Aqua
plants? Do we play a little
is
bit more
crazy.
of the round, go for a little bit more map control before we plant? That would be my guess. We'll have to see what SR want to do, though, in the second quarter.
Not really a concerning sign yet for either of these teams. And I mean, you just got to make it, I think, to the halfway point. There have been good looks from the Rebellion.
Definitely think
on both
Shopify should be
rounds
3-0
that
up
they
here.
Lost. FaZe Clan outside of that first round, where they're playing a little cheeky.
Yeah, it's map 1. Map 1 of
looked
3.
Pretty practiced and poised as well. This is a historic and infamous map for FaZe Clan, as this is where the tides turned on their quite eventful SI Grand Final against that W7M team that now plays under the Furia banner. I mentioned that Shopify Rebellion has a day off tomorrow, and they do. They will not be in action. Black Dragons
let's
was
see
a
what
team
they've
from
got
this
for
group
us.
that did not play. FaZe Clan will play their fellow countrymen of Brazilians, but from a different reason or different region, as D plus Kia is a Brazilian set of players, but technically an APAC org.
Yeah.
And it's D plus Kia that actually sits on the top of the group right now, which is a little bit surprising when you've got these juggernauts. FaZe will play D plus Kia tomorrow. Black Dragons will play G2. And then on the very final day, G2 and FaZe will do battle, while Black Dragons and Shopify Rebellion square off against each other. D plus Kia are in a pretty good spot, so even if they do have the final day off, their destiny will be out of their hands. But if they can topple FaZe tomorrow, which seems like quite the task, they'd be in great shape for their final day, which they don't play.
Round 4, a completely different defensive setup for FaZe Clan, which includes Cyber on the Tachanka for the
Why is the
first
breach not
time
going
in,
open?
I
They're
would
playing for
guess,
timing
ever?
here?
Maybe not, but I've certainly never seen him bring out this operator. The ridiculous player that he is, the 27-year-old, is almost always on entry
Should
fragging
going
and
well, man.
far
Going well.
roaming roles, but with a strong setup, he
Rexon
can be
has such a good start to this game. I just hope that they can keep
got him set up deep
keep it
behind the
stepping and they,
deployable
like,
shield inside of the
not let
B
their
bomb
emotions are the
site,
best of them, because they
while
should be
SR
3-0 up right now. I
changed
think
their
they,
site a
and
little
like I
bit.
said, I think they will
Not
be
gonna
aware of
bring
that.
that Ying Capitao combo that they had previously. Now we've got Canadian on the Blackbeard, who really wants to be the focal point of this push. I think it might lead to them going a little bit closer towards Connector. Spoit's already inside of Raptors, though, so maybe they do just want to go a similar style to what they did before.
And nowhere near the same extensive setup here. So fall back, and this is one thing that FaZe have actually excelled in over the last couple of rounds, which is inviting the Rebellion into the bomb site and then beating the stuffing out of them on the way out. So if you can just seed all this ground, if you realize that roaming isn't really helping you and that there's a better strategy to be had here, forfeit this part of the map, it can work out. Wooting will start the killing with a minute left in the round. Ambi dies, Cyber is traded out, Spoit and Surf on the board. The King will find his second kill. The Surf is waiting with Diffuser in hand inside of IT, waiting for the all clear to walk it on it.
Yeah, now we've got 2 players IT. Spoit, the lone man, not with his team. He's going to be going over towards Aqua. He needs to be able to get a pick, but he's in a 1v1 with Handy lined up, and Handy doesn't miss these often.
Who on FaZe does? That's the real question.
Good question.
It's a tough spot for Spoit. Handy making some noise and overture for him, but he gets called back to the bomb site, and there we go. Spoit almost got the Nitro Cell hucked out. Wooting finds a third, and Surf is still poised, not far removed from his position. KDS, who was largely invisible that round,
I don't know, bro. Just seems like...
And just like that, FaZe Clan have stitched together.
It just seems like indecisiveness.
Rounds.
They've let a few rounds get away from them here.
On this map, yeah, that's not terrible, but if I'm the Rebellion, maybe I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a really well-played round by FaZe. That is a tough bomb site to attack, so maybe it's not the end of the world for SR. A lot of credit's got to go to Wooting, maybe the best IGL in all of South America. He had to get quite aggressive to get those kills. He actually pushed up out of the bomb site into connector to be able to get the opening pick in that round, start the killing off, as you said, and then swung deeper into electrical to kill
Sometimes
Canadian
you let the game pass you by. At times, I feel like that's what we're seeing a bit of right now.
Angles that he had to fight, managed to walk away with the
definitely should be up a few more rounds here. That was the first round where I felt like they got mopped.
Eventually, but really good stuff coming out from Wooting.
Before that, I think like rounds 2 and 3 should have went the way of Rebellion, and
Canadian has never lost.
They're just letting things snowball now. Just need to try and get a grip on the game.
Out of NA.
10 seconds to go.
I don't think
Willie
going for aqua pressure was the move either. I don't think that he needs to rotate.
Plus Kia wasn't really that long of an affair. It was 7-4, 7-1.
Yeah.
And yet still heading into this match, Ambi and Surf are both sitting at 40 kills apiece. Through just 2 best of 3s. That is quite the effort. Canadian sits at the bottom of the team, which is no surprise. That's how his role plays. But even he's only a -6. He fragged very well against G2, if you recall. He almost top fragged, I think it was the second map against G2. Spoit is not that far ahead of Canadian. That is probably the bigger issue here. I know that people are used to Spoit being this incredible killer of everybody, especially if he watches YouTube content or his streams.
For sure.
But that's not the role he plays on this team. Spoit is not usually the one required to get kills. That's Surf, Ambi, and Rexon's task. So temper your expectations.
Yeah, I mean, he does play in that entry duo alongside Ambi, obviously. He is often one of the first players into the building, but you're right, hasn't maybe had the same impact that we've seen from him, even on former teams. You talk about Spoit on Rogue, absolutely. Star fragger, star guy that you're going to see getting all of the kills. Actually hasn't gone positive at a 6 Invitational since his first SI in 2023, so definitely plays a bit more of a passive role when he has to, can sit back and let his teammates frag out. Doesn't mean he's washed, chat. It just means that he's playing maybe a different position sometimes. Right now, the roam game is strong from FaZe Clan. Handy on the top floor. We're watching
controlling the middle floor pretty well here.
Cyber's not too far away either. There's a lot of players from FaZe still out and about on the map, and Shopify haven't really cared to clear out those players. The Rebellion have taken their time. They've gotten some space over towards cafeteria, but not so much
his all. I don't think so, no.
Unless they're going right down XO and trying to get something very cheeky
Epic kill, I think
tucked in on maybe the assembly door.
Let's have a look.
There goes the death mark. In hopes of finding Wooting, and Canadian will be off to the races again. I like the tempo that is being
nice shot.
Whoa, my goodness. How did Handy miss that engagement? They walked right into each other. FaZe
Come on,
Clan,
boys. Put the bomb down.
not looking in the direction that the Rebellion are coming from. They barged into the bomb site. They've surrendered the diffuser. It needs to be retrieved as Spoit gets gunned down. KDS takes quite a beating. 45 seconds left, and it's time for a reset from the Rebellion after they were hoping for an early push again. And I was just about to praise SR for how quick they've been to get into the bomb site.
Come on, boys.
Will continue this time. Canadian taken out by KDS. Soul still searching for his very first kill as diffuser gets planted by Surf. Explosion goes off. They have a read on it, Jesse, and they'll watch it from
They need this
above.
round.
A 3v3 is now the timer shortened by the case being planted.
What is Rexton doing, bro?
Outdueled by Cyber,
Ambi
and
finds
he takes
one.
care of KDS. Hatch opened up. An easier drop into the bomb site. FaZe will take advantage of that.
Huge.
The Rebellion just
Seth
catching
just gets away with
FaZe
it.
Clan
Flash,
looking
flash,
the
good
wrong
flash.
way time and time again. Souls now last alive.
Full white. Come on,
In
boys.
The thick
They have
of
the
it,
track on him.
targeted by
Ambi's
the
above.
death mark. To add insult to injury, nobody enjoys
Come on.
being in this particular situation.
Yeah, they got it.
He knows
All
where
right, good
Ambi
round.
is. They know where he is. He's but a couple seconds for Souls to get on this kit. Nope. A nice shot onto Ambi, but at best, a Pyrrhic victory for Souls as the timer will give it to the Rebellion. And that's two
round.
rounds for the North Americans with one more
Good round.
in this first
Bro,
round.
like they
Shopify Rebellion really allergic to clearing the map
I
on
feel
Night
like
Haven
they're
Labs.
getting.
Clearly they've done some
I don't
prep and
understand what
decided
I'm
it's going
saying
to be
here.
too
Like
difficult
they
to
should
try to clear
be
these FaZe Clan
like
roamers
winning
out.
this
So once
game.
again, they go
I think
pretty direct to
anyone with
site
eyes can
markers.
see that
Thought
they
maybe
just
would
give
try to
away
take the
things like
cafeteria
way
down those
too
exo
easily.
stairs, just straight in through the breach.
King,
right? Got
King
pretty
Q,
deep
thank you
with
for the Prime.
BenQ
Appreciate it.
caught
Epic Killer,
sweep
thank you
a
for the
little
Prime.
bit, goes down to Canadian midway
What
through
the?
this round. That's the
Honestly,
replay you're
like
watching right here.
yeah, they barely won that. That's what I'm
Very
saying.
concerned
Like,
with the
they
exo
should be
portion of the
up
map. We saw
here, and I
him
mean like
pushing in that
up.
direction, but in the end,
You could make an
Fuse just
argument that
came
the
straight
scoreline
into
is the
bomb
wrong way
site.
round.
Canadian eventually does go down.
Should probably be
but Surface
4-1
will
right now in the
Fuse
favor of
gets no
Shopify.
problem
They've started the
planting
game
on
very
pillar.
well. They
They
just
can
sell their
avoid
rounds.
The Solus from up above because they plant.
I think it's pressure,
that spot
however.
behind the pillar where you can't quite get it. And in the end, Shopify Rebellion keep us within one.
I'm about to say something that is going to sound absurd.
Say it.
FaZe Clan have played a single best of 3 so
10
far.
seconds remaining.
If FaZe Clan wins this match, doesn't matter the
5 seconds
circumstances,
remaining.
as long as FaZe wins the match. Can be a 2-1 nail biter, 15-15, doesn't matter.
Use a bomb.
FaZe and D+ are locked for Phase 2.
Wow.
So FaZe Clan bullied Black Dragons yesterday. They come in, maybe they have a quick 2-0
If
against the
Shopify is
Rebellion.
basically out now.
Congratulations, you're
Because
going
they still
on
have to play
to
Black Dragons, and
That would leave
they already have 4 points, and Black Dragons has
G2
0.
and SR fighting for the final 2 spots. Only one team goes home.
Final 3 spots.
Sorry, final 3 spots.
But yes, only one team goes home. There's 5 teams in the group.
Well, no, final 2 spots to qualify.
Like their phase 1, like their
3
start
spots
of the
would be-
round is really good. Like
go
it's
plus
just
qualify.
that they're
G+
like
would qualify as
Sorry,
well.
I didn't listen
step
to you
2
when
and
you
step 3
I'd
is
like to remind
just it's a
everybody
bit
that
off.
Jesse went to university for math,
spoke. Yeah.
and he also has ears. And he's also in the same production chat that I read this stuff from. And yet he chooses to sandbag me and say that he doesn't listen to me.
Yo, returns. I didn't see your message.
Shopify Rebellion
Locked in on the game right
obviously
now.
hoping to equalize at 3.
Enough of you.
FaZe Clan in just 5 rounds have doubled their amount of rounds lost here at the 6th Invitational from 2 to 4. Aggressive fight between KDS and Spoit, but Spoit misses the head, only gets some body shot damage onto KDS, so that's not going to be a kill just yet for SR.
I'm good, I'm
Clearing
good.
this top floor is should be the
I'm
primary
good, I'm good.
objective.
Just
But
locked
as
in on
long
the
as they
game.
have
Willie
IT
finds
control,
1
that
big
has
pick.
historically been enough, and Spoit, he doesn't miss twice. Eventually gets KDS on the repeat.
Yeah. KDS is a big get. He's the top frag on the team and has survived deep into most of the rounds that he's lived in. So this is a late breaking player in those final few moments.
Only Vita King
Having to deal
on the
with
top floor now, it looks like.
The treachery.
Soul's
of
in the
that
garage,
Bravo as
actually.
Vita King has to shoot his own Malusi Banshee. Well, not his, I guess technically it's Handy's. But
Ambi finds Vita King, big pick,
As his
big
spot
kill.
inside of
Just
IT's
got to
good
slow
play,
down
and he's
here.
collapsed upon by Ambi. Now Souls is
We'll take some
urged into
damage there,
action.
traded
Cyber
by
on the board.
Cyber.
FaZe Clan have been exceptional, Jesse, at getting 2 quick kills in reaction to equalize and set us often into a 2v2 or a
Canadian
3v3
finds Cyber, that's a
situation.
big pick.
But Canadian's got other ideas.
Willie will fall to
Taking
Handy,
matters
bomb
into his own
going
hands.
down.
A kill and now close to planting
Come on,
the
Canadian,
case
get out.
down. Spoit dies at the hands of Handy, but still an advantage for Shopify Rebellion.
Don't peek. Don't
Andy's
peek,
been
Troy. You don't
reduced
need to
about
peek.
half HP, but he's still fragging.
This is
Now
losable as
Souls
fuck.
down below, surveying the damage that was done above. You know how hard it is to hop on this case and go for a defuse in this position. And they'll soon start to run out of time. About halfway point of the diffuser now. The Azami swinging. A small missed
on the
opportunity
case.
for Rexton. Oh my goodness. They fall off. These post plants
What
for
are
FaZe
we
Clan have been
watching,
so
bro?
damn
They've
good.
trolled
And
every
they win yet
round.
another.
Every
4-2 the
single
first half for
round, bro.
FaZe.
This should be be 4-2.
Oh,
This
that's
should be
a
literally
brutal one to be
5-1.
losing as well.
One
Parker,
round
they
I can
had all
think
the
of
positioning.
that
That was
FaZe
getting
had the
right.
advantage
Maybe
of and
FaZe Clan
just
should have sent
deserved to
somebody
win.
above. You know, this is gonna
What
be a
the
tough
fuck
call,
is
but
going
They
on?
just win the vert battles. They kill the player that's
Oh my
outside
god!
on, not
They
even on
are.
rappel, but
This
outside
is
the building.
nerves. This is nervous
Man,
gameplay that we're
was
watching.
really tough.
They are overthinking everything. They do everything right.
Immediately planting. He took
And then
the time
give the
to kill
round back.
side
It should be
player.
5-1.
He went and he
Unironically, I
killed
swear to
Cyber,
fucking
and
God.
He did his job. He got that Diffuse Kit on the ground, but the post plant just out of reach for Shopify Rebellion.
Who've gone fast? Thank you for the 6
over
months.
again.
Fucking
They
hell,
can
man.
plant, but they can't win the round.
Brutal stuff. And I mean, a lot of that is also structural. So in rounds 2 and 3,
5-1.
FaZe Clan deliberately played farther back. They deliberately opened up the bomb site, especially on that basement bomb site, right?
Fuck
the
me,
idea was
man.
to go for a retake. That was the whole strat.
This
But
was their map to
two of
come
these
in and make a
final rounds that
statement.
we've
They've
seen,
done
the two most
everything
recent ones,
right on
they were not
They've done the
designed
executed
to deal
correctly.
in a post plant.
It's
They were
literally the post plan
scrambles from
that's
FaZe
fucking
to
them
try
every
to
time. I'm
regain
seeing
the
them do
footing
the
that
most
they had
insane
lost
shit
earlier
ever.
in the round
All Troy has
after
to
a
do when he's
strong start
inside
for the
is just
Rebellion.
sit still.
So it's a situation
Just
where
sit
honestly,
still
you have
and
to
let your
praise both
teammates
teams,
bait
right?
you. You have
to
one outside the
praise
window and one
Rebellion
above,
for
and
the
you're
way they
peeking
were
the
able
guy
to
on
take
site.
up
So
map
site
control,
player's
the way they were able to
dead.
entry,
So all site pressure's
and then you have
gone.
to praise
Then the
FaZe
guy
for the
outside
way
the
that they
window.
retake.
Yeah.
It's a situation where
Fucking
you can
hell,
do
man.
everything right.
This is really
and
bad.
still lose. It is possible, and it honestly seems like that was the case. Not that we're tripping over ourselves here to compliment Shopify Rebellion, but I don't think this scoreline is a proper representation of how close this.
No,
match is.
this scoreline is
I would put it
wrong,
like this.
bro.
Shopify Rebellion are playing better in the early game. FaZe Clan are playing better in the late game, but in the end of the day, the team that wins the late game wins the round. So FaZe Clan are winning when it matters.
And you're spot on. 5 of the 6 rounds. First
They are
blood
fucking
drawn by
troll. This is the
Shopify
bit, but this is
Yeah,
the
not
story of
surprising at all.
every
If you
game.
watch this game, SR.
The story of every game is just watching troll after troll, throw after throw. There's such a lack of discipline, and then at the times when they need to have less discipline, like the pacing is off in the post plant. It's literally pacing. Like, but it just looks like a confidence problem.
FaZe Clan have been the better team, but Siege is a game of 2 halves, Parker. And now on the attack, things could start to change directions. As FaZe Clan will have to attack on this top floor. We always talk
Shopify
about
should be
one of the
fucking
hardest
up here,
to
bro.
attack.
2 halves, but also 4 quarters.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. FaZe are up. And
yes.
deservedly so, because they're clutching the rounds.
It's one thing
I told you,
was
bro.
going to bring up, that's
All the
it's a little
teams
hard
you
for
can
us to
get
track
away
because
with, like,
unfortunately the drone
falling out of
is
sync.
still
If you fall out of
working.
sync,
Look at the
or
top left of your screen,
if you make
it still
mistakes,
shows
or if
there's
you
only
know,
2 or 3 left at
your
all times.
timings are off, you can get away with that against other
It's
teams. Like with G2, you can get away
a
with
bit of a
that.
frustrating
You're never
situation
getting
because
away with that
I have to wonder
ever against FaZe.
Intel
It's
is
just
hard
not going to
come by
happen.
for Shopify Rebellion because they're losing a lot of drones after that initial burst. So if they're getting a lot of intel during the discovery phase, it's the
I think if they go
mid-round
5-2
where they
down,
suffer
Soup's
because
gonna call a
they don't want
timeout.
drones to fall back. That would then be a credit to FaZe Clan.
Well, it's not something they're going to have to worry about until overtime or map 2, because this is all defense now. I like this use of the clash from Canadian. He's providing coverage to Rexon, who was trying to get a Nitro out that mirror window.
Yeah, any mistake that the Rebellion make, they are capitalizing on, and you gotta respect it, bro.
Today, but unfortunately,
But that's FaZe. Like, they're an unbelievable team. You can't make mistakes against them. You can't have mistimings.
Off now, so they should be able to get into this bomb site. Right side, I believe, is openable. There we go with Andy's secondary shotgun. That's job 1 done, but it's taken quite a bit of time. They were very afraid of Canadian there on the flash.
Backstab's on.
Based on positioning, it looks like the second angle of this push is going to come towards
backstab
jungle.
is on.
It's going to come towards electrical. Cyber is already inside of
Yeah,
medium.
Chalet
Make that
gets a
happen.
pick here, I think.
I'm glad that FaZe have maybe picked up the pace a little bit because I was a little worried with their speed and their ability to get in, but
He needs to
things
see the
working well
Chalet.
for them. Everybody's still alive.
Yeah, he's
and
seen
we
it.
have
He shot the shield.
Under a minute to go in the first round of the second half, or the first round of the
That's okay.
third quarter, as you like to refer to them as. The teams will come to blows at some
40
point over by
seconds.
electrical.
What is that?
Ambi moves out of that position. Nades magnetic. They're
Willie finds
following
KDS.
him. Spoit, just as he did in the first half, will get the first kill of the second half as well. Cyber trades it out immediately, but it's Rexon who dies. Ambi goes down. Now it's Spoit to die. And FaZe Clan are saying, we don't really care what the stats say about this map. We're going to clobber you. We'll find you. Attackers, defenders.
Wow, bro.
Doesn't matter
Like,
at
they
all.
are shitting
An
themselves.
Immediate execution
Yo, Lewis, thank you
by
for the prime.
FaZe will give them a 5th round.
This
And
is a
now I have to
nerves thing,
wonder
bro. Like,
if
a nerves
Rebellion
thing.
will call their timeout because you are very quickly running out of runway to land this thing.
Felt like a must-win round. Will be Super's call if he wants one or not.
It's a confidence thing. I just hope that Super doesn't come in and start tearing them, like, and saying, "What the fuck are we doing?" Because
maybe
it's not going to work right now. They're struggling confidence-wise. They need a boost.
Call a timeout with just 3 minutes to go.
It's a risky gamble for Super, but it's what he's chosen to go for, trusting in his team's ability to defend on these other bomb sites that are not top floor. That was just a really clean push from FaZe Clan, to be honest with you. Handy gets that.
What's happening is they are trolling rounds
inside of rafters. That was with the defuse kit, by the way. So if
that round was just good from FaZe. Like, they found their picks and worked their way into the round. But what we are seeing in real time is Shopify shitting themselves from the looks of things.
Often you'll find a shotgun player right there, because it's so difficult to get into sight when
on those attacks, bro. They had everything. They had everything. They literally dominated the early round. They executed correctly, and then they just, like, in the post plants or in the dying moments of the round, they're giving away silly things
that were to come. But being rolled over from the east were Shopify Rebellion. So FaZe Clan ever closer now. A gap of 3 is the best they've had all day.
The desk told the story about the struggle against Brazilian teams, and even though they play in APAC, D plus Kia is ostensibly a Brazilian team.
Yeah, down several times, still losing.
The struggles will continue, though.
It's just
I will say
crazy.
FaZe is a bit of an aberration here. They are not just a Brazilian team, they are a behemoth. It doesn't matter what region they're from.
Yeah.
They're incredibly good. You could literally be perfect against Brazilian teams, never having played FaZe Clan, and I still would suspect you'd lose. That's
It's so sad because Shopify came into the game with some
absolutely ridiculous. And if you
with some pep, you know, like they came in looking like they wanted to.
This FaZe Clan squad in a
like they wanted to be here.
DreamHack Montreal 2019. A game I casted with Flynn,
And it's just kind of like round on round, it looks a lot worse.
You need to know about how far.
But look at the confidence that these guys are playing with now.
How good was the game?
All right.
Mid 4 steps about to get fucking smoked.
A brief push now by the Ying, enabled by the first kill of Cyber. Second kill from Cyber.
I'm
Up
down.
top. And the defuse kit was getting planted, does get planted. Vidaking and Cyber now existing on borrowed time. What remains of Vidaking is gone. Cyber will join him. That's 10 seconds off the defuse kit, though. The job becomes ever harder for the Rebellion. Time continuing to run away. Souls, Handy, and KDS still alive. Death marks in pocket for Handy. He can use them at his leisure. That will make things even more challenging for Shopify Rebellion. KDS with one, Handy dies back to even numbers. 2v2. Surf hits the drive-by, and now it's KDS over top of the defuse kit. All he needs to do is buy another second. Surf is on it. Stop him in his tracks. Surf does not fake, and the Rebellion will hang on to the round.
Shit, bro. Holy fuck, they needed that. They needed that, bro.
The gap will close and FaZe will be denied match point.
this is, you know, this is,
that's a crazy
that was good to keep them off match point. Big round from Surf and Ambi there, but holy shit, they can't do too many of those.
That clash shield as well being placed by Canadian.
Yeah, they win the impossible rounds, bro. They had so many rounds in the palm of their hand and they just give them away.
I thought Cyber
Lewis, thank you for the prime.
with that entry up onto the top floor. It felt like they had all the numbers in their basket. They had the plant very close on the breach, but honestly, it's a lot of the same problems that SR had in the midst of that push in the very late round. It's a great comparison because both teams tried to make fast plants in through the main breach of assembly.
Kind of unlucky from Rex,
Slightly different plant spots from the two, certainly different strategies. One with a glass and a fuse, the other with Shopify, not quite the same. But in the end, the post plant was still better for the defenders, and Shopify Rebellion
nice shots from Surf, bro. Really nice shot.
Back, winning some of those vert angles when they had to, winning some of those trades in the midst of the site when they had to, and doing a great job sticking on that diffuser when they eventually got down to it.
They still look all right.
Overwhelmingly favoring the Rebellion too. There's 6-2 is the scoreline right now when it comes to opening duels. So FaZe Clan have picked up 5 rounds in which they have not drawn first blood. Now I will say,
I think they need clutch practice to be motivated. I don't know, bro. Like
previous rounds, so FaZe isn't winning all the rounds that they strike first either. Again,
just needs to be better all around.
The mid to late round. The late round.
Problem is with Shopify's gameplay, it's just too tense. They're too tense.
And right now, FaZe Clan just look more like a cohesive.
They gotta loosen up and play the game in front of them.
Handle the pressure and everything else that is required to deal with the final 20-30 seconds of a round.
And honestly, it's something we saw when they played Black Dragons yesterday. They had an 89% recovery against BD, which is the highest of any team in the tournament, since it is their only game played. So we know how good FaZe Clan can be even without the opening pick. This is a team that is ridiculously good at getting advantages back when they lose them. Now, I thought most of that was probably because Black Dragons were not playing the greatest of Siege yesterday, but even against SR, who I think are playing a better game, FaZe Clan are finding success in that area, so that really speaks to just the quality of team that we are witnessing.
I mean, we saw this on this map 3 hours ago.
Yeah, we did.
In the Weibo game, where Weibo was just winning rounds, even though it didn't look like they should, and they just have heroic efforts.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. He's not going to get another, is
Good
he?
angle.
A nice nitro cell from
He doesn't know he's in sight.
One, but there are more in tow.
Nice shot.
And Surf beheading Wooting. Playing very selfishly inside of storage. There's a third to be had as he was watched on drone. That's the Thatcher of Souls, right? It sure looks like it based on
freeze off.
Based on his
Take this
silhouette.
round.
Have to get used to a different silhouette from Thatcher, by the way.
Bit of aggression at top Aqua as Andy just barely gets pulled back thanks to that Dread Mine from Fenrir. Little early damage into Rexon as well. They have to kind of come up with a new game plan, Parker. That diffuser is dropped in the sight.
I think
Does the Ponytail have a hitbox? I actually don't know.
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
Were you playing the game when Blitz
kind of a pick, but SR, they're giving him nothing.
Yeah, and I mean, SR's very patient here, Jesse. Giving them nothing, not moving, standing pat. They've got crossfires held. FaZe is
not aware of this guy.
at this point. Those EMPs that Souls have are really ineffective, but I mean, hey, you've got the DMR. You've got 2 DMRs. You can do some serious damage. With time running against you, I think it might be a little too late.
This is just insane, bro. They are getting kind of lucky with some of this shit.
3v3, running out of time. Diffuser walked on in, dropped, and no way in the final 2 seconds they find anything. Half of the round.
They are kind of getting lucky with a bit of this shit, bro. Holy fuck.
But
this did the server lag? The stream lag?
And the lead has now fallen to just a single round. Shopify
Alright, good.
Rebellion.
W's.
Pretty nice set of rounds here to almost draw even.
And I gotta say, SR are in a much better spot down 5-4 because they still have that tactical timeout. All credit in the world to Super for being very restrained with that tactical timeout. The team has brought it close even without it. And now they can still use it either here after this round.
I don't think it's too methodical because I'm not seeing like overly methodical gameplay here. Like that's not what I'm seeing at least.
Map point. Really good play, of course, from Surf. We had to mention it. I'm going to say it. He definitely thought that his first beeper that he tossed out was his Nitro Cell. We've all done it playing on Sentry, okay? It's confusing which button is your first gadget and which button's the second. But in the end, the Goo Mine stalled him out enough so that C4 was there in time to get the kill. 2 massive kills coming out from Surf, and I thought he had a really nice tweet after yesterday's embarrassment. So the game against D+ was not the result we wanted, but it was the one we deserved. Now he's top frag in the lobby top frag in the team for Shopify.
Yeah, you just wait for the charm. It'll arrive within a day. Like it's usually a lot shorter than that, but obviously like with the drops being on right now, it's
that, and I mean obviously Troy is from Toronto.
It's a bit congested on the servers.
In Toronto multiple times now. First when he was on M80, now when he's on Shopify Rebellion. The team has boot camped there a few times, and then of course there was the Spoit Contender Series as well a couple months ago that you and I both worked, and the whole team was there at the same time.
Yeah.
I didn't really know Surf all that well until the first time we met, the first time they boot camped there. And I can say this, there are a lot of good people who play this game. There are a lot of normal people, smart people, funny people, kind people, etc. I am consistently struck by just how nice of a guy and how aware of his life Surf is. If you ever get a chance to meet Surf in person, should Shopify Rebellion ever make the main stage of a live event, you are there.
Yeah.
I urge you to spend some time talking to him. I guarantee you will come away just as impressed as I was the first time I met him. He is genuinely.
Is there something wrong? Like,
I couldn't agree more. I really enjoyed hanging
everyone's
out with
saying
Surf
like
and all
there's
the
something
SR
wrong with the
guys,
stream. I'm looking at the stream on my second monitor. I don't see anything.
That we got the pleasure
Oh,
to attend
unstable. I just seen it.
earlier this winter.
Yeah. The whole team is full of good beans, though. I mean, I don't
know
have
why
anything
that's
really
doing
bad to say
that.
about any of the 10 people in this lobby. Like, they're just all good. I mean, obviously, I say a lot of bad things about Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, back. I don't know why it was
It's
doing
funny
that.
that we say good bean, but we say bad egg.
Sorry about that, folks.
Why not good egg, bad?
Andy's really hunting for something on this
Just
upside
reply
down.
to the things I say, I beg you.
I believe he's fishing for Spoit, who's still playing that top Raptors position.
Just
This
Lex
time,
is
of
on? I
course,
don't know.
on the Ella, but
No idea why
not
that's
giving up
happening.
anything. I think Spoit's played a very restrained game, a very cautious game, and I think it's paid off for him as they come back with this defense.
Good
And there it is,
C4.
rewarded with a nitro cell from Canadian, getting the first blood on the Cyber.
Bad egg, good aim from Canadian. There you go. How about that? Nice nitro cell to blow things wide open. FaZe Clan obviously having good numbers across the board. Cyber has died 10 times though. That
Spoit needs to
gives
lock
me
in.
a
Are you
little
seeing
bit
the way
of
that Willie's
concern.
died?
We
He's
mentioned
like
this
he
in our matchup
barely ever gets
yesterday
gunfights in the
when we
positions that he's
talked
in.
about
Just
Cyber.
dies in the back.
He is a player that will literally go like 3 and 8.
Yeah.
And then will suddenly you blink and he's 12 and 9. Or he will start off 6 and 0 and just continue that hot streak. He had a good beginning to this game, but he's
They've
been
had the
brought
entry
back
pretty
down
much
to
every
earth.
round.
Again, the thing that all of these great teams have in common, Jesse, is the fact that there's depth. And there is so much depth on FaZe Clan that if Cyber's having a bad day, you've got Souls, you've got KDS, you've got all these guys that can easily shoulder some of that weight. Handy's another name that gets used a lot, and down goes Ambi.
I don't know why he's in box, bro.
4v4 with 44 seconds left.
Yeah, 4 Candelas.
Why is he in? Why is he in here?
Plus Capitao makes it 5. There's a lot of
Gonna
utility
be a
for FaZe
clusterfuck.
Clan, and it's coming barreling in right now.
A bit of disorientation from those Fenrir F-Knots, trying to outdo
Willie finds one.
themselves. There's some Guzmat mines as well that Handy is dealing with around the corner. Oh my goodness, he's breakdancing.
Handy drops down as
on
well.
them.
Bomb
Handy
going down. Where is
styles on
everyone?
Spoit. Soul's getting the diffuser to the halfway point, but he has to bail off and will now attempt it yet again.
Huge,
But two
come
for the
on,
price of
yes!
one for Surf, and Rexton sends us to a tie game.
Surf has really earned his keep these last couple of rounds. The Yuto play is phenomenal. He's known for his
Surf has
clutches
been
in
good
North
this
America.
fucking
He's
game, bro.
known for his breakneck play just at the end of rounds when he can really clutch up.
Come on, bro.
Impressive stuff, and we might be getting attack timeout here.
Sure looks
Tack
like
timing out when the momentum's now in your favor. The momentum is just with. That's FaZe. I was gonna say, bro. Anyone can translate in the chat. Come on. Guys, can we stop getting fucking C4'd? You're letting Surf fucking button on our face right now? This is a fucking joke? Yeah, what do you want me to do, bro? This guy's got heat-seeking fucking C4s. I don't know what you want me to say. Oh, okay. Maybe go below and fucking shoot this guy. Okay. Drone a little, maybe, you fucking shit fuck. Okay. Alright. Everything's fine. I'm just... Let's start with C4s. Boha.
I don't want to say that they're in free fall, but things are
Pretty
not
good
looking
translation,
very good
I'd say.
for FaZe Clan at the moment. And again, you can go back to a couple of those rounds in the first half and make a pretty credible argument that Shopify
Can you guys
Rebellion
stop
was
getting... What the
strategically
fuck
more
is
sound
Ambi doing
team,
here, by the way?
and
Like,
could
is he trying to get the
potentially
game
argue that
there?
They should have a lead in this series. So, I mean, the scoreboard obviously doesn't reflect that, but
Huge
it
from
is
fucking Surf.
abundantly clear that there's a
Huge from the
reason why
Silver
Rebellion
Surfer.
picked this map. They have
You speak Brazilian now?
leveled
Yeah,
up
it's
their
one of my
gameplay with the
many,
side
many
swap coming in,
specialties.
and FaZe Clan are shook. Now, at the same time, Rebellion get to talk to Super, and they still maintain their own timeout. So should this round go for FaZe Clan, what do you think the odds are that we see Rebellion slap their own timeout button to try to prevent a 7-5 scoreline?
I think the odds are pretty good, Parker, but we've also got a very interesting decision.
Come on, spam those rebellions. Spam those rebellions, baby.
You get to hear it. Shopify
Spam those
Rebellion
rebellions.
just won a full site rotation back to back to back.
Carv, is your specialty naughty thing by chance?
Instead of going back to that site rotation, instead of going back down to the base,
Bro, it's actually 45 kg.
If FaZe Clan were discussing specific things about this next
Willie got a shot there.
round, that kind of has to go out the window because you're going to a bomb site you won't have been expecting. Now, Kitchen Cafeteria kind of stinks.
That was almost
as a
devastating.
site.
He
It
slides
doesn't
the door
have a
open as he
great
dropped.
win
Holy
rate, at least
fuck.
historically, I'm not sure
Spam
about
those
this
fucking
event,
SRs, baby.
But man, if FaZe Clan have been
I have
preparing a
62
very
kg at the
specific
minute.
strat
Holy
in that
shit. I'm only like
attack
6
timeout,
foot.
this would be a
Or
really
6
good
foot
way to
something.
throw them off.
60 kg. Fucking like a breadstick
Undeniably
G.
so. Surf now breaking 10 kills, double digits for him, trailing just Handy in this lobby. Surf is a very deceptive player.
You're
He's very
6'2" and you're
smart.
62
he'll get
kg, holy
8
fuck.
kills, and we barely see
Bro, if he
his hand,
turns
but we're
sideways,
talking about
you're actually 2D if he turns
Rexton.
sideways.
We're talking about Cyber, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, hold on a second. When did Surf get 8 kills?
Rex
I feel
now!
like
Come
Souls
on!
is kind of the same way, and oftentimes KDS is in that same boat. Rexton, the star of the show, to
Big
start
pick
off
of the
with,
Grim.
manages to go even on kill count now with his 8th kill. getting rid of Wooting. Wooting died early a bit too many times in the matchup against Black Dragons yesterday. He's played far more sheltered today here on Nighthaven Labs.
Wow, Souls is in. He's trying to find the clutch, a hammer.
Oh, no!
And with the air jab, he gets shot from below instead.
They traded it.
They eventually clear out the clash, but it costs them a couple of bodies, and it's a 3v3.
You best know if he did him with the hammer, I had a good bonk lined up for that, but unfortunately,
He's dead.
That will not come to pass. 3v3 with half the round still to go. The loser will be staring down match point. The winner will be 1 round away from putting this map into their win column.
Changing bags.
A lot of damage has been done to both Rexen and Cyber, so
Come on.
both of these players wounded, but still with a gun in hand, maybe might play a bit less aggressively if they're concerned about gambling their life.
Yeah, how do you play these last 70
They
seconds?
must know
if you're
Rexen's
FaZe
still
Clan?
pinned.
You've got the majority, all of your
He
players
should've
are
moved,
lobby
bro.
side. You've got 2 more Capitao smokes plus a
Yeah, you
fireball
did
to
now,
try
bro.
to burn out Rexen, and they'll do a great job with that. Missed with the first fire, didn't aim high enough. That time, though, they hit their mark.
West Seth
With
is gonna have to make a play.
advantage, they can choose. Do we go kills? Do we go plant?
Player who's been really quiet so far this map, Spoit, was being tracked by the death mark of Deimos. Handy still has 1 more in pocket that's currently regenerating. With 40 seconds left, that's some good timing here. Black eye cams will persist for Spoit.
He's getting tracked again, Seth.
He'll
You
be
need to move,
watched by
G.
the rest of his team. Surf has the pulse sensor, the cardiac sensor. If need be, he can actively call. But at this point, I think you need to have a gun in hand. Spoit at the read, but Handy just has the better reflex. Surf
Huge from
fighting
Surf.
for his life now, tucked inside of the vending machine. What will pop out? Handy now getting Diffuser down with all 12 kills on Gamble. Cyber not far removed. Nitro Cell goes. Not enough to shake Handy off of this spot. Surf will now rotate and stare at the other portion of Kitchen. Being watched by the Deimos, and Handy is just so good. My God. Clinical from FaZe Clan to move to map point.
3 clutches might have been asking a bit too much from Surf, and we'll see if that will prompt
Unfortunate,
the tac timeout from
unfortunate.
Shopify Rebellion.
It was a good round from
To
FaZe.
save it for overtime. I would bet the tac timeout is the call.
Willie has a
The
C4 there.
miraculous play coming out there from Handy. Who
This-
got
I
a good
wanted this.
couple of kills. I
I wanted this. I wanted it so.
I know, he came close with it, but unfortunately the zaps just slowed him a little bit too much. Handy really the star of the show in that round. After all the chaos,
See, Willie's got C4
used
here. He
the
needs to
death
try and
mark
chance
get
the
in,
C4 maybe.
wins the fight against Spoit. A really tough fight to come through there. Plants the diffuser and then also kills Surf to get up to 13 kills.
Seen you last night?
Yesterday,
Oh, did you game?
he
I didn't
was
play last night.
16 and 9 across 2 different maps versus Black Dragons.
Wasn't
One
me.
of the top 10
Wasn't
players
me,
in
G-Star.
this event coming into today, and of course, the reigning 6th Invitational MVP. He's a deadly player to go against.
Steph taking that
Many
timeout all the
players
way
across the world
till the
fear him,
end.
and now with 13 kills,
Bro,
Shopify
playing
will
the
have to
Ela
find a way
constantly is
around
fucking
if they wanna
ass
make
cheeks.
overtime.
The craziest thing is that, again, talking about depth, the 2 highest rated players in the entire event. Admittedly, again, small sample size, FaZe Clan just played a single best of 3 yesterday, and I mean, they slaughtered Black Dragons. But Souls and Cyber were the 2 highest rated players, and they are underwater in terms of numbers. Again, it really just does go back to how good this FaZe Clan team is. We have seen very few reasons to doubt them. Even in Munich, they made a heroic run towards the finals. They didn't make it the whole way, but they got about as close as you can get. And they looked mighty damn good on the way there. They have picked up from where they left off, if not outright leveled up.
Come on.
Because Black Dragons now here to Shopify Rebellion's map, FaZe Clan are showing just how formidable they can be.
So SR had a choice. They could go basement or they could go storage. FaZe weren't sure which one they would go. It ends up being the mid-floor site. Storage and control to end out regulation. Shopify Rebellion, of course, playing with a heavy 2-man roam up in the top
I'm not sure if
floor,
people
while
see the
Andy
positions that Willie
Rexen
plays,
still
but it's
maintain that
actually
main
absurd.
floor position. FaZe Clan certainly have a lot of
Constant shit
information on
guns,
this
constant
meeting
shit
side.
positions,
Got a lot
like-
of bodies over on that meeting side.
The only
as
fragger I know
well.
who gets to play these terrible
Don't believe
positions.
that they have done any work on the IT breach. There is still just a mirror window in that, but the top floor clear is underway.
Stay close to me.
And they're hoping to get some space with it. Now already Wooting on the electrical door.
I feel like we don't really talk about how good Wooting can be on that shield. FaZe Clan doesn't exactly use shields as often as some of the other teams, but Wooting has quite a history as being a good shield player.
Oh yeah. I think before shields got cool, Wooting was
They
the best
give?
shield
They
player in the
giving?
world. I think he's the best traditional
All right, they're
shield
down.
player. And then shields got buffed, everybody started playing shields, you could debate.
Big
Canadian with the
These
crossfire.
just-
He
bro,
wasn't
they've had the
only
man
one
count every
involved in
round.
that
Just hold on to it.
KDS goes down, and again,
That's the book as well. That's going to be a bit harder now.
Problem for the Shopify
Going to be relying on
Rebellion
shotguns
squad.
and secondary
They have done
shotguns.
really well in these opening duels, but now things get tricky. The moment that they get a single kill, that's when the worrying signs for the Rebellion come in. They've put up a great effort, and again, those first couple rounds, there are some things that could very easily make you say this should have been a 7-5 for the Rebellion.
Yeah,
That's
it
not
could
the
have. It
case.
should have been a
Let's see how they
fucking
do for the next
7-5 for the Rebellion.
Floor's
They've
been
completely
conceded
fucking
by
trolled.
SR. FaZe have full second floor control, but watch out for Surf. He is in the basement with the Nitro Cell, and there are Valkyrie cameras. He has won multiple rounds this series with a last-second Nitro to deny a plant. He's looking to do that again in this round.
Everybody's still alive, and at
Big
full
pick
HP
from
on the
Willie.
side of the Rebellion. Spoit, to his credit, getting some high impact kills, even if he is towards the bottom of the standings. Ambient Spoit now shrugging off some damage here as out go the Bees. This is just some area denial as FaZe are desperate for information and have very little time to make it
Big pick.
into the win column. I don't think it's going to happen. Spoit going huge, Jesse. Which member of the 5 remaining Rebellion players will get it? It's Spoit! A 4K for Spoit as the round is won flawlessly.
What were they
And
saying
we're
on Willie
going
Nelson's
overtime.
name, baby?
Willie with 4.
Holy
gets back
shit,
on the board
bro.
Statistically, a great round
Holy
from him. They
shit.
really stalled out FaZe Clan in that one, Parker. Top floor, they just tried to make that impact happen.
Big
They
picks from
tried to
Willie
clear
Nelson.
through, but
Big fucking
after
picks from Willie
losing one
Nelson.
Body, SR fell back. They conceded
Come on,
that
bro. They should
space.
already
They're
fucking
happy
have
to
this
play that
game.
close range gunfight game.
They should
With
already
Spoit on
have
that
this game.
Scorpion,
Holy
they had
fuck.
the Nitro ready in case the Spoit didn't step up and get those 4 frags, but
Spam those
wasn't
Rebellions,
needed.
baby. Come on.
Excellent performance.
Yeah,
coming
see,
through
Willie with a
from
little
Spoit.
camera is there.
He's still looking for his first 6 invitational.
Camera
win.
comes past him. Really like,
So well played, and I mean, we're looking at a lot of close
You know, one of
quarters
those-
engagements on these maps. I'm sure you've noticed more shotguns being run, more Scorpions being run. Now, granted, if you are
Little
not a pro
drive-by,
player,
bro.
The Scorpion
Little drive-by
might seem like
Riz.
the type of weapon that beyond a couple feet,
For the ladies
forget
at
about
home.
hitting your shots. We even saw Cyber struggle with it yesterday, if you recall. I believe it was Chalet that we watched that game of. But if
Come
you're
on,
playing
bro.
close quarters, that thing shreds.
Yeah.
Ella is a close quarters specialist as an operator. Her gadget great for close
Bro,
quarters.
he actually
for roaming,
smoked
or
those
from
guys. He's
fa- or
actually
from,
Grimbead.
sitting on
He
site.
smashed
Don't
their
forget
heads
the
off.
Ella shotgun is still mighty good as well, but the Scorpion got a steady amount of buffs and is now
Fucking
in a
big
position
round from
where
Willie.
it is
Come on.
simply a better
They need to
gun,
snowball this
better
into
shotgun
something,
9
though.
times out of 10. And the way
It's
Spoit
all good
played it was
getting to
great.
overtime, but it's
Tucked
if you can
himself into
win.
the corner,
You need to
waited
win.
for them to come to him, and then the
Come
moment
on,
that FaZe
bro.
panicked because there was only 15 seconds left, he punished them perfectly.
Come on,
So,
bro,
great read, and
please.
their Spoit has vaulted up the standings on the side of the Rebellion. 2 rounds, potentially 3 now for OT, as Shopify Rebellion will go on to the better statistical side of their map, defending twice, defending at least 1 time, depending on how this and the next round go.
Yeah, Shopify Rebellion.
This map won still?
they'll
Yeah,
go
it
to the
is.
top
Why is he
floor.
playing Alex? That's the
Locked
strat,
in
bro.
the last 2 rounds, so they couldn't come back here.
No, I
but
didn't
now
play
it's
last night,
open
Carl.
once
I've seen you
again.
say that before.
It's
I
the
didn't play. It
same
wasn't me.
operator lineup
Wasn't me.
from
I'm boycotting, bro.
SR.
You know
They're
me.
gonna Run this one back. They thought
Risky-
it worked
risky
well
pause
enough
here. They're
previously,
gonna
even
drone
if
it.
it did rely on Surf. Flanking down Aqua stairs and eventually getting a last-minute Nitro cell. That was a round win. They're hoping to get some kind of replication there. For FaZe Clan, the focus is instead going to be Raptors side. Previously, they went over
I think they
towards
droned Canadian.
Connector,
They
went
know-
over
they know
towards
he's here, I think.
Electrical. This time with Wooting starting to open up things bottom Raptors, it's going to put a lot
They're gonna
more
have to give
early
Raptors
pressure
early.
onto Spoit. Could put some early pressure onto Surf as well, playing in that Aqua hallway position. So that seems to be the direction change from FaZe Clan, and hopefully for them, what can turn the tides to make this a more successful round.
Sounding like a bit of a broken record here, Jesse, but Shopify
Troy's gotta
Rebellion
give.
still leading the way on opening kills. 10 of 12 opening kills for the Rebellion. They've been much better at converting these
Gotta
rounds
give
to their
Willie.
credit, but they are riding the side that makes it a little bit easier. Halfway point of the round, and very minimal damage has been done across the board. KDS and Wooting maybe losing about 10-20 HP apiece. No, Wooting has just taken quite the beating. Flailing outside of the breach.
Can Troy get back?
That's KDS. Mag dumping in, but not finding anything. Oh my goodness, Canadian
Stayed here
tucked
way
into the
too
core.
long,
That was
bro.
a similar
Big trade.
position that we saw earlier. Why were you there? Rexon will equalize, taking down Cyber with a Nitro cell. The assault now spread out.
Tension's building.
Over on
Last minute of the
Raptors,
round.
through electrical. Focus on IT is mostly gone now as KDS has rotated to Rafters to link up with Wooting.
Yeah, the IT breach is a little ugly, but they got it done. They can jump in if they need to. That Raptor's fully under their control, but Spoit is still close, playing with that Scorpion of Ella. Rexon not far away either. That's the person at the end of that.
Don't need to peek, bro.
What a shot, removing Rexon and his head from the server. Surf trades it right back. So whether they're surrendering these opening picks or not, they are keeping it so close. A small advantage now for the Rebellion as the last 2 players from FaZe are close enough by. Spoit gets flushed out by KDS. Excellent use of the gadget. KDS now on ace watch as he's picked up 3 kills with still 2 remaining. They've pushed Surf over towards Aqua. A down now as they pivot towards Ambi's position in electrical. Walking his way towards the defuse plant in the hands of KDS. Souls gets the final 2, and FaZe move back to match point.
And what an end round
they
from
overpeak
Souls
so
and
much.
KDS perfectly pushed through that positions, in through rafters together. They play it by isolating those defenders, managing to find those last couple players. Really tight round.
Yeah, Rexon doesn't need to peek that, bro. He's got to play on Spoit's contact.
Opportunity for Super to call that tack timeout. He's held it all this time. But as far as we're seeing, it doesn't look like one will be called. So Parker, this is going to be round 14.
Troy needed to realize the timing of the round. He's playing too much of a high-risk, high-reward position here.
I know that this will probably be a heated discussion on social media should the Rebellion go on to lose this map.
Okay.
Or this round in
And when
particular,
Willie's pinned this, Saf's got to peek.
Yeah.
But I have spoken to coaches before when it is a situation like this, and I have asked, why didn't you call your timeout? And they usually say the same thing. 1, our problems are pretty obvious. 2, I can hear the team working through it. There's really nothing I need to say. And 3, if I call the timeout, it lets my opponents talk as well. The last thing I want to do is have them potentially assess and fix mistakes
Come on, boys.
that we think we can exploit. So it is entirely possible that Super said all he needed to in FaZe's timeout a few rounds ago and trust the team to get the job done in the server without the aid of a timeout. So don't come for his head on social media. There is some method to the madness.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just really confident that
You can't help but think, though, that this should have been a Shopify game already. Like, they're in overtime, but they're here because of themselves. It feels like...
Super is a huge FaZe Clan fan. And
I don't think this has been a great game from FaZe. I really don't.
I've often wondered if he's a double agent.
Which speaks volumes, to be fair, because they are winning, so...
Imagine they lose this game and Super rips off his jumper and there's a FaZe Clan jersey underneath it.
We're the WWE now, okay? We're getting crazy.
It was me all along, Austin. I could see that.
Back to the top floor we go as we expect.
CSL should have won this round ago, for sure. They should have, bro. I think that like anyone analyzing the game should know that.
On their own half, of course, they played this at the very start and lost it, but then were able to win it in rounds 4. Well, just round 4, I should say.
Why is he keep doing that? He keeps flat fingering his flash.
Well, of course. Good hard breaching to start things off. Be careful of Cyber. Actually has pushed down the lobby stairs and is likely going to be playing from this position. Note to Chonka from him in overtime. He's going back to his old-fashioned shenanigans where he likes to play aggressive. He likes to play a little bit sneaky. Could walk back up those lobby stairs if it ends up being a commitment to this
playing with a full walk rotate here.
And also rotate over to the Aqua stairs if he's needed in that direction, or even bottom rafters if he really wants.
Ambi has gone quiet for Shopify Rebellion. That is a little bit concerning on my end, especially with how good he was in the first half. He was taking engagements with
1 minute 30. They just need to not stall out here.
And I mean, if Ambi is fearless and is engaging against FaZe Clan and beating them, that's your secret weapon right there. You know that Ambi as a player is fearless. It's all about how Troy and the rest of the team want him to be deployed. Nobody from the Rebellion seems very keen on getting into the building just yet. Spoit and Rexon are in, but they haven't really taken a lot of map control with the minutes.
This is where they stalled last time. We've seen this attack stall so many times. That's what I'm worried about.
Cyber on the roam.
Yeah.
Take a look at where he is.
Yeah, he comes back. He's gotten bored. He's returning back to the site. There's nobody pushing this direction, Parker. It's an Aqua side push. Zambi opens us up.
And that's what you might need. But again, the opening pick has not really been the problem for this Rebellion team. So what do they do with the lead that they have? They've got plenty of utility. Selman, pocket, exothermic charge, Candela, smokes, flashbangs, another set of smokes. A lot of tools here for the Rebellion to crack open this site.
Candela's coming in, as you say, Parker. It could be an early kill from Canadian, but he's got to be so careful and drops the defuse kit instead.
He had one close by. He knew the right read, but KDS had the long-range engagement. Souls and Wooting going to the ground at the hands of Ambi and Rexon, and now Cyber hits the flank through Aqua, walking his way up. Can he catch them off guard?
Ambi finds him.
Ambi is waiting for it. 3 kills for the youngster who's now planting the diffuser. What can't he do? KDS trapped inside of the site, shrugging off damage, dragging Spoit down with him. But a 4K
Come
from
on,
Ambi
guys.
sends up to a
Good fucking
15th
round, that
final
beat.
round.
You were just asking for him to step back
Bro, they
up,
deserve
weren't
this
you,
game.
Parker?
They need to. They're losing to themselves
He
here.
does it when it's needed. He steps up and has a massive round to force that 15th and final round here on Shopify Rebellion's map pick. Puts the pieces together, and I really don't think FaZe expected that push to come exactly in the way that it did. There was a lot of pressure early over towards
Come on,
Connector.
spam
We
those
saw
Rebellions,
Cyber
chat. Spam that
unsure
shit.
where he'd
You
go.
guys hear me?
Yeah.
Think about what they did the last round they attacked us. Remember what I said? When they win rounds, they typically want to repeat it. They brought the Monty. I think we should run the Clash. I think we should run the Clash just to fuck with the Monty. Will, I don't know if you're getting the value out of Ella because we're backing up. No, what I'm saying is we run Goyo. No, listen, we bring Goyo, put Goyos on the door, board up the mud door and put a Goyo on the door and then put one under window and just fucking delay Raptor forever because they're already slow on the wall.
Rotate
okay?
on the middle of the wall.
Yeah.
I go to Chanka and I can play close left on the Raptor door. Just keep firing the stairs for the Monty walking
listen
up.
to me.
I'm gonna
go Flash. Listen to me. Focus on the delay. Bring the Goyos. Just spam them apart. We can put one like E-Box door. They're gonna
coaches don't talk.
every time.
Coaches can't talk until these
It's gonna
timeouts.
be a gap if you leave it. Okay. Okay. Heard that. Let's go.
Come on!
A lot of cooks in the kitchen
Come on!
there, Jesse.
A lot of the cooks, but in the end, the coach has the final say. Super
Troy's got a
demands,
swing there, bro.
Demands, and for this top floor defense, he's gonna get it. The Clash, the Goyo.
They get so lucky walking into a shot there.
Monty walking up these Raptor stairs. That's indeed what Wooting likes to do on this site.
And if Super says it, Jesse,
it must be true.
it must be true. So,
Come on, boys.
we speculated if
Come
they
on,
would use
please.
it this time around. Yes, they did.
Please.
While we get the perspective of Super, FaZe Clan is also talking.
Of course.
So both teams
Come on,
get to
bro.
take this time out in case you're unfamiliar with how it works. I like the idea, but yeah, some chaos in those calls. And
I'm on the
I
edge
do
of my
need to
seat
ask
here,
the
bro.
question,
Please.
if they're taking
Anything, bro. I'll
timeouts
do
like
anything.
that,
Please win this map.
what is everyday shot
Please win this
calling
map.
saying?
Please, please,
Because we have the
please.
player cams on the bottom of the screen.
Please.
There is a lot of talking on the side of the Rebellion. Rexon is often talking, Surf is often talking, Canadian, of course, is talking quite a bit. Could there be too much?
Potentially, Parker, but the good news is, even if there was some debate on how to counter the Monty, there is no Monty to counter. Wooting has swapped over to the Ying, which will completely change what this push wants to look like for FaZe Clan. They are bringing a new look. It's not the same read that they were expecting on the side of Shopify Rebellion. They're gonna pair this with
Bro, my butt
ADS
cheeks
on
are
the hook,
clenching.
rocking that new DMR, I do believe, as well. So some strong weaponry coming the way of FaZe Clan. This
Trying to
could
go for
be
a backstab
look
wouldn't
that
knock. This
Shopify
could be
Rebellion
big
just aren't ready for.
I'm
for FaZe.
clapping and I'm giddy like a schoolgirl, Jesse, because there's a suppressor on the DMR on Nook. I cannot wait to hear what this sounds like. Let's just ride along. Let's just ride along. There's just something so satisfying about some of these suppressed weapons. The LMG, Ying's LMG suppressed is one of the most
Come on, boys.
satisfying
Spam those
sounding guns in
SRs.
any
Send,
game.
manifest this
Unless
fucking
he's
win,
default,
please,
nobody's
man.
really defined at the moment.
Come
He's
on,
just
boys,
holding
just
the flank
fucking
at the
pull
bottom
through.
Of lobby
Pull
stairs,
through.
and nobody from SR is making that kind of a move. It's definitely going to be a connector-focused push. You've seen Canadian on the Clash rotate over to this direction, so it's being
bro,
read by
look at you
Shopify
shaking.
Rebellion. Nobody really on the FaZe Clan side adding any other dimension.
Did you shaking watching this shit?
Do we know if Spoit is on the top floor or is he down below?
but
That's
he's on
my
the
question.
garage.
Spoit is on the top floor. So that should be
Nothing gouge side. They need to know.
No, Spoit would be the Raptors' position. If anybody flanks, it'll be Surf, but he's on the smoke. I just don't know if he's really playing the operators to do it.
No,
They're
and
playing
Surf is positioned
super
inside
deep.
command so that he can
They haven't got the
smoke
guns to
both
play deep,
rafters
really.
and both doors leading into the B-bomb site. The execute might be underway in but a second as there go the Candelas, but Wooting backs off. Nitro Cell in hand for Rexon as he's prepped and ready. Out it goes, completely blind. Hard to tell
Gonna go
if he
deep,
hit
they're
it
gonna
or
pinch
not.
Rexon. Someone needs to be
I believe
holding
he
him.
did. Handy now just slowly edging his way in. And Rexon
Oh,
somehow
Rexon.
beats him. Excuse
Traded.
me. Wooting will say something about it, trading him right off. But I have no idea how Rexon was able to land that kill. Chaos has been thrown in the
They're gonna
midst
try and
of
plant
this
pillar.
site. Diffuser picked up
Only
by
one more
Souls
smoke.
as
They can't
now
stop the
there will
plant.
be a brief lull
They cannot stop
as
the plant. They have to stop them from
smoke
coming
clears
in.
on the side of the B site.
One more Toxic Babe in Surf's pocket. They can still delay this longer. They've got to force that out. Their FaZe Clan, or they're going to have to go for a different plant spot. Soul's in the bomb site now, starts the plant. The Clash sees it, and the smokes come through.
And I think he's going to exactly, and they have to get out of there.
Will he find
KDS is
Souls?
down
Come
below.
on!
They'll
Please.
juggle the diffuse kit. They don't know how many smokes are left. Spoit takes one more down. An advantage for the Rebellion as Canadian still persists on this clash. Here's KDS on the flank. A nade goes out. He could do so much damage.
Well, he finds
Looking
another.
around towards the bomb chassis, taking down
No.
Ambi. Multiple dominoes fall. Very little time left. Canadian just needs to stay alive, and he's doing a good enough job. And they'll win the round off the timer.
Let's
The
fucking
Rebellion
go,
survived
baby. Let's
quite the
go.
scare, but
Yes.
managed to do it in all
Let's fucking
15
go,
rounds.
boys. Let's
They hold that
go.
timeout till they need it. They
Bro.
use it to win the final and most
Dudesky,
important round.
listen up.
15. It goes the way of
200,000
Shopify
raffle point
Rebellion.
giveaway
It
right now.
wasn't easy, but the
200,000
world
giveaway.
champions
Let's fucking go.
Huge kudos to FaZe Clan.
Huge
for
fucking
pushing
game, boys. Holy
Shopify
shit.
Rebellion to the 15th round on Shopify Rebellion's map.
Let's fucking
Up
go.
next is
Big round.
FaZe's home
What a
soil.
shot from
How
Rex
will
in here,
they
by the way.
fare? We'll find out in a few minutes.
Let's go, bro. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. Let's go. Come on, boys. Let's fucking go. Good fucking game. Bro, they got me on the edge of my fucking seat. Let's go. Bro, they showed good resilience. Bro, they were 5-2 down at one point. 5-2 down. 5-2 down. They didn't give up the whole game. It's a totally different attitude to what we've seen from them previously. Totally different attitude. I hope that going into the next map, they understand that yes, FaZe is, it's going to lean towards FaZe's favor. What they got to do is, bro, is just take the game to FaZe. They got to play in a way that disrupts FaZe. That's it. They have to understand that they're playing for a 2-1 here. They're playing for a 2-1 here. Come on. Come fucking on, bro. 5 minutes. Is the other game on?
By the defenders. That is an overwhelming number. Usually most bomb sites are around 55 to 60%, and then the other side obviously is anywhere from 45 to 40%. To see it be won over 75% of the time by the defenders is really something else. That's bar gaming, by the way. Every other one of the sites on this map, attacker.
William Bostock again.
That should immediately benefit FaZe Clan.
The response has just got to be different than from the
FaZe
team.
Clan are locked in, and well, if you watch Night
Elgins replaced Lucky Fac on
There's pretty
Falcon.
good reason they
Shako
are
needs a hammer.
Yeah, FaZe Clan
Lucky
are going
Fac's
to
a
be
fucking
just as
complete
deadly
beast,
as they
bro.
always are. There is no easy
Complete
game for
beast.
Shopify
Total
Rebellion
beast.
tonight, no matter what map they end up on. So we'll see what this approach ends up
1.8
looking like.
million
It's not
predictions,
bar
by the way,
games,
guys.
Parker.
Really
It's gonna
good
be
fucking
mid-floor start
show.
to start us off. The Rebellion
Love that.
choose to
I
go
love that
kitchen
from the
and
guys.
dining for their first defensive round. And FaZe Clan, bit of a untraditional way of approaching this so far. They haven't entered in through library, go for a full
Yo,
top
Doggo,
floor
thank you
like
for
we
the
see a lot
prime.
of teams
Appreciate you.
do. Instead, they've got some players outside of Solar.
They
They've
played
already
him
got
use
some
a
players
Shaco last night.
pressuring
He does
around
not
the
need
mid-floor.
switch.
They will
He's looking like a
definitely
complete
sound
beast.
you about Ambi's positioning outside of bathroom, but end of the day, it's not going to result in any kills. It's a pretty passive place to place an air jab.
Looks like a
I was gonna
solar
say,
push
they
coming in here from
immediately hit that
FaZe.
air jab. So that's information that's gained without really having to do too
Gonna
much.
open
They've
up
got
the
a number of
site.
air jabs, so it's not the end of the world, and one of them is
With the
used maybe
ace.
a bit
Checking over
inefficiently.
towards
Sure.
the
I
stock
would say that's
side.
still a pretty good use of it. Right now, main focus is Solarian side, and
Didn't get it off.
Ambi was hitting his shots towards the end of map number 1, but struggles with the Selmas, so it goes.
That's just a little bit of utility, going to make those top floor players a little bit less secure.
think there's gonna be an
Surf is gonna
engagement
be the
between
main
Ambi
guy who
here
will be
and the
affected
West
by
main
that,
player
playing that
shortly.
master kind of closet and bedroom area. We see him on our screen now. We've also got Spoit to back him up way inside of Piano, so it's a really constructed top floor hold from Shopify Rebellion. They've got a lot of different angles, and again, FaZe Clan really haven't committed
Trophy
much
push
to
coming in
top
now.
floor.
There we go. Big
And
pick from
first
Ambi.
kill's
They
gonna go to
needed that.
Ambi. In keeping with what we saw on Nighthaven Labs, Shopify Rebellion were excellent at opening picks.
Rexon injured.
That was what comes next. That is a bit
Canadian
of a
will fall,
problem.
and
and, well,
Rexon, big
history
picks
is
from
repeating
Cyber.
itself. Rexon
They have
and
site
Canadian
control.
felled by Cyber in very short order.
Both site
Bravo
players
bursts in,
gone.
not just snatching
Not-
gadgets,
and
but
no
also
vets.
snatching some lives away
No
from
Solus,
them.
no vets.
Wooting will smoke
He's just gonna
himself now
plant.
over towards the chassis. There goes the diffuse kit. Surf is called into action. He's got a perfect read. That's an excellent counterplay. Wooting will scramble off of that position. Upstairs control in place. And
How is he not
Wooting
dead?
taking quite the beating from Surf. Under 30 seconds to go. Diffuse kit will be maneuvered elsewhere. It was that bulletproof camera
Big
that was
picks
the
from
problem.
Cyber.
Cyber with all 3 kills in the side of FaZe Clan. He's in fine form. It's Ambient Surf that you need to take care of. Surf Unrelenting
from Ambi.
upstairs. Ambi drops down to take matters into his own hands, greeted by KDS. And Souls will sit outside on the Solarium window to give FaZe round number 1.
Couple of things in that round, Parker. Number one, Cyber went nuclear. We don't need to expand on that much more.
Was he on the
Entered
Bravo
into
and he
the
walked in
south
short?
side,
I think that's what
over
happened.
towards Fireplace, gets 2 big kills. Spoit tries to flank. He tries to
I don't
down
understand
those
what the
main
play is with the
Fireplace
no
stairs
vet.
to be able to get the trade back on his 2 teammates.
Maybe I'm just
but
a
also
fucking
ends up
bot, but
losing
I
the
don't get why they don't have
gunfight
any,
to the 27-year-old entry
vet.
fragger on FaZe Clan. Then in the site, I mean, it takes Wooting a very long time, but eventually realizes he's on a bulletproof camera. Is able to punch that out. It's unfortunate none of those players above, particularly Surf or Ambi, couldn't find that denial onto the plants. They couldn't actually get the kill onto Wooting. Once that plant goes down, it becomes such a difficult round for Shopify Rebellion to try to get the win. They deal 99 damage, it feels like, to Wooting, but in the end, can't actually get the finishing blow. And so that plant goes down, and FaZe Clan go 1-0 up.
Canadian was so effective on the Clash in the previous map, and we'll waste no time to hop onto this operator. And well, if you look at the lineup, an operator that has seen his own pick rate flourish is Denari, and this is a great map for Denari. This was one of the first maps, actually, that we saw a Swiss operator get played quite regularly. The newest technical operator out of the game, because Thatcher was a real.
Yo, Rare Fire, thank you to the Prime.
The good thing about a map like Chalet for the defenders is that you can have multiple ways into a bomb site or into a portion of the map, but you really only need to watch 1 or 2 of them. Denari can stretch his gadgets, especially on those first floor bomb sites, but also upstairs if need be, through a variety of walls. And
yeah, Goonski's already live on the raffles. He's already live on the raffles.
Secondary shotgun brought so effectively. Brava has been a real nuisance for Shopify Rebellion, and looks like Cyber will use that first clutch drone to pretty good effect.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see Shopify's third ban be the Brava, to be honest.
FaZe Clan. Still plenty defined. Canadian played this clash on this bomb site yesterday in their matchup against D plus Kia. Obviously wasn't the most successful, as most rounds were not in that game against the Brazilian team. Fighting inside of Library as we see some quick shots coming out from KDS, but he resorts back to the utility as the player close on his window.
He got out.
Falls all the way back to Mezzanine. A little bit aggressive maybe coming out from Damien, but in the end he does manage to step back and keep himself alive.
First name. Are you pals with him or something? Surf is Damien, if people are curious.
Handy finds Ambi.
Handy will strike first in this second round, gunning down Ambi, who's not exactly the most productive start to Chalet, but that's okay. Ebbs and flows for these players. You just have to make sure that Ambi is good when it counts the most. Spoit will die, but his gadgets will persist. That's 2 quick blows for the Rebellion, and a third could be had. As Surf is flushed out of his position, dancing around a nade, punished by FaZe. They've only surrendered Wooting at this point. Brexit and Canadian are last 2 alive. Canadian squelched by the nade, sent out in hand by Souls. Rexon will now retake the bomb site, playing between B, looking at A, outdueling KDS, but Souls is there in tow. As the last 2
7-0, nothing you can do.
Could have easily pinched him. The Deimos gets the job
that
done.
3?
FaZe Clan
Or 2?
off to
I think
a
it's
quick
2, right?
2-0 start.
Huge 4K coming out. I honestly thought
It is
Rexon
playing
had
attack
that
sided.
For a moment there. He was very close.
It is playing attack sided. We just need to see a little bit better from Shopify Rebellion here. They gotta try and get into the rounds.
Fifth kill
FaZe playing it very slow, to be fair. Very slow.
I know he got off to a slow start over on map 1, but yesterday against Black Dragons, he put up a 4.75 KDR. As far as my data goes, and I only go back a few years.
If the Canadian doesn't get naded here, I think it's a different round.
That is the craziest. That is the best KD of any player in their opening game of a 6th Invitational. So Souls really was putting in the work yesterday afternoon when they had that late matchup against Black Dragons on the B stream. Here on the A stream, he is finally putting in that work once again. A 5-0 start is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah,
and again, Souls obviously was a player that we say the name of quite often, but it is sneaky how some of these players can rack up an incredible amount of kills.
10 seconds to insertion.
Highest rated player heading into today. We'll see where he shakes out when all is said and done. Not that we want you to stop watching this broadcast, but over on the B stream, Fluxo, W7M, and OXG, Oxygen,
no, that's fine, Carl. Thank you.
currently doing battle.
Gonna be exciting to see how this one goes by. Bottom floor bomb site is what we see from Shopify Rebellion. We may have had some tech issues there, so I apologize if we did, but
apparently they lost my audio.
Okay, wonderfully.
And that's okay for the haters. They probably enjoyed it very much. I don't know. I haven't moved. I'm still sitting here. But
all right. Well, Parker, I'm excited to tell you that this bottom floor bomb site from Shopify Rebellion is a new site, despite the fact that they played 6 rounds of defense versus D plus Kia. This bottom floor was the one that they never decided to bring out. In fact, Shopify Rebellion this season have only played this bomb site a single time. That was back in June. So there's really no footage for what SR like to do on this site, and FaZe Clan will have to problem solve this. They're going to be off the top floor.
I had a good point to be made, but I seemingly lost it when they lost my audio. Oh, my goodness. FaZe playing with
timing's unlucky, though.
The real glimmer of hope
not looking too good, though.
Was how often they could strike first, and now that seems to have fallen by the wayside. Rexon and Ambi gone again. Ambi having a rough start to Chalet. Cyber taking a beating. Oh my. Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my. Surf just standing.
Looking the same as yesterday, still. I'll be honest. Disconnected.
Now it's going to fall onto the shoulders of Spoit and Canadian. Spoit with 1. Still 4 more targets to be found on the side of FaZe. The Brazilians having a great go of it with 1:20 on the clock.
Maybe there's a reason they haven't played this site since June, Parker. Everybody's falling to pieces. But Canadian gets 1 back, and now they're only down by a 1-man deficit. He's in the bomb site. Spoit's inside a bar. A sliver of HP being hunted down by Cyber as the other 2 Brazilians are attacking the wine bomb site.
Out go the fire arrows. Canadian pushed off of this position, isolated inside a connector, pulls out the Nitro Cell a bit too early and gives himself a greater vantage point, as it's now given time for Spoit to maneuver towards blue. These 2 remaining players from the Rebellion are both in the same spot, neither of them able to stop Handy from getting the diffuser planted. Soul's yet to die. Handy now lined up, seeing him on the ground. Down goes Spoit. Handy turns around. They know they've got Canadian stuck inside a connector, and it's Cyber with the final kill. An unstoppable attack.
Guys, make sure you go and check and go show some love on the 4K that Willie got.
What more can be said here?
It's the pinned comment. Go and show. Go and give a comment.
What they needed to on that bottom floor site might not have been something they were expecting given Shopify Rebellion's history, but did a great job of pressuring that bottom floor in through big garage while at the same time applying pressure up on the top floor as well, hunting down a lot of those players very quickly, very early. Love the use of the ram to have an entry in through the
show some love on the tweet. Would appreciate it a lot.
That we're not seeing across a lot of different teams, but it's just Cyber's ability.
I mean, if you look at the veto, I think it looks like Shopify were playing for map 3. I think that they know that they have to play it.
If we switch back, but I just want you to be aware they are doing the stuff that we expected them to do. We just have to make sure when we're moving around, we're covering gaps, because we've been delaying time, but we're getting solo pick, right? The thing that we talked about is we want to be fighting wherever they are and trying to like force trades, get the numbers down. We're not doing that at all. It's 1 by 1 by 1, okay? For the yeah. So if we know they're going solar, think about the positions, right? If they're on the repels, they're going to be setting up through trophy, walking up west main. We literally know that with the like backside pressure. If they're going for this master, they're going to bring a Deimos under. Be careful of that. If they go solar, if not, they're just going to full clear and set it up that way.
Don't think gaps here are the problem, but he's right. It's 1 by 1.
We just need to be playing together because
yeah, they literally they don't team fight at all in Chalet. It's constant disconnected.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe run Vigil.
FaZe plays so fucking slow though as well. Did they ban the Bravo?
Important and wise words.
I hope that they did.
The single
Bravo's been a big problem for them.
Staff that we have here at the 6th Invitational, and an extremely experienced one as well. Don't forget, Super's first SI came all the way back in 2018 when he, Bosco, and Gurmy Wormy, along with others, managed to play for
my God.
Era Eternity and finished in dead last place. Super has come a long way since that event, and I think has made himself an exceptional coach in the North American scene. Wants his team to be playing together, listening, and focused on these strats that they know FaZe Clan like to play.
Gurmy Wormy. Oh my goodness.
Bet you didn't think he'd be getting a shout out on the 2026 SI broadcast.
When I was first getting into Siege as a caster, Gurmy, Wormy, Adam, some of those guys I spent a ton of time with.
Mm-hmm.
Just an awesome dude all around the board. All across the board.
Guys, make sure you go show some love on the Spoit update tweet. Make sure that you follow and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of the 6 Invitational updates.
Several players. It went so poorly, and then I think my man was just like, I'm gonna go work for my dad, and then nobody ever heard from him again.
Okay.
Chopstick is another name of an old player that every now and then I see him online on Steam, and I hope he's doing well too.
Yeah. I did search to try to find some info on Gurmy Wormy, but he's deleted his Twitter profile, so couldn't find him.
Why would you need more info for that anecdote? You just
It's always good to have more,
you just need to
Parker.
know. He played with Gurmy Wormy way back in the day.
If he had gone on to become like a lawyer or something, I think that would have been worth mentioning.
I'm sure we could find more info. He probably has a LinkedIn if he works a real job.
Util play's been strong from FaZe Clan. We've got the Cats barricades being cleared out, and already Handy inside of games. There's 3 bodies across the hallway from him. He finds 1, but the kill's going back the other way too. KDS enters in through Mudroom, gets a double kill, and this has gone all the way now for FaZe Clan. 3 for KDS.
They actually can't play Chalet. It's like not even like a criticism. They genuinely cannot play Chalet.
He's been playing a lot better at this event, but usually having Canadian as your last alive is not particularly confidence-inspiring. He is inarguably the least mechanically skilled.
So they don't have a Chalet
on the Rebellion.
I feel like surely they could have been something else.
To be the mechanically
Like
skilled
I mean that you might have let one of FaZe's better maps slip through, but their Chalet is just genuinely bad. I hate to say it.
Okay.
Do you remember what I said about what we could predict map 3 off of?
Yeah.
In case you need a reminder at home, I said, if the Rebellion can get 3-4 rounds here on Chalet, then I think map number 3 is going to be pretty competitive.
Yeah.
FaZe Clan is 3 rounds away from winning 7-0. So I do kind of fear.
I don't know if it'll be chalked. Like they have to. What they can, but I have no idea. Anything could not be as bad as this.
When you have to scrape by to win your map, 8-7.
Yeah.
It's very rarely.
It's not. It's like the setup's obviously not that good, but it's just that they fundamentally don't play the map properly. Like they're not team fighting. They don't dictate the pace. They just let these guys push in. They play reactively. Like with 2. He had almost the right idea. Like this is the first example of a round where I see them actually go for a team fight, but. Well, Willie's on a gun. I know, bro. Willie's actually on a normal gun.
Rebellion. They have 7 kills.
Not on something with fucking a billion recoil.
Averaging
playing in a fucking
just
death
under
spot.
2 kills a round.
Yeah, and I mean that last round might have been.
Surely that they're just gonna go off the paper though. Like, they've got to realize like this is not working. Like the strats don't work, so they have to change.
Where much of their utility was not being set up.
What's FaZe's win rate on this map, Tristan? Any stats on that?
With their pants down in that previous round, which means FaZe Clan have just started to roll momentum into even more momentum.
Well, should hop on Legion.
Never what you want
She just
going
no
up against such a dangerous team like FaZe Clan. They'll retreat back to Kitchen. This was one of those bomb sites that they started the map with. They like to play on this site quite a bit. Running back to it now here in round number 5 could offer a bit of a
Use a
chance
quote
to
for free
reduce
save stats today. You'll have to pay for premium for unlimited access. I actually might have to cash
Some
in.
mistakes, if you will, going into this one. I like Wooting on the
Sub me in, let me hop on the fucking vigil.
This is going to be a very
Cyber Zero won't know what hit him.
lineup to play up against, and Shopify
He's just
Rebellion
gonna fly for his fucking barricade and get a freebie again, isn't he?
So these flashbangs could be really devastating. They have to rely on their magnets and, of course, those Surya gates.
And off to the races is Cyber on Blitz. A bit perplexing. He throws into a Maya Surf, but gets the job done. Surf yet to find a kill. He's the only one on his team that's held off the score sheet. Cyber still in hot pursuit, pushing these players from the Rebellion deep in the Solarium. Spoit firing away. 2 kills for the Swede. KDS will gun down Rexon. That's top frag on Rebellion. And now Handy will try to follow. Good targeting, but just missing out on Spoit, who scampers off, still just running away from Handy. Canadian found by KDS, and it's all up to Spoit. Big Willie fighting against the Blitz. You ever get slapped on that shield so hard you lean IRL? I am amazed at what Spoit was able to pull off there, but they were in pursuit for so long.
What happens though when he gets put on a normal gun?
Until they got him and get him.
FaZe 8 and 4, FaZe 6.
They did 5-0 for FaZe.
It's looking pretty decent then.
I mean, everything that he
let me tell you this:
Spoit just cannot manage
they
to
are
find
not. They are not on that.
Also being tracked by the death mark. KDS,
yeah, but he never gets to play normal guns. Like he never gets to play any normal guns.
Now 6 kills across.
He's always playing with some high recoil fucking shit box.
KDS is finding a huge impact on exploiting these gaps, finding out players.
Attack on defense, I swear he just plays shit guns.
Both of those rounds, actually, last one and this
he has
one,
his own internal database called.
Staring at a shield.
He has like a proper fully fledged thing.
Clunking machines scrambling through the map at them, but it's really KDS that's been the big threat. Nice final kill to come through there, but in the end, there's just so much to look at. There's so much to focus on, and FaZe Clan have been so.
Is that not his role though? What,
Big
playing all shit guns on choke positions? I mean, it is, but I don't think it should be in this
I feel
team
like
now.
them when Cyber's the one doing it. You know, he's the
You don't put Willie sitting playing fucking Ella and Denari constantly.
There's something there.
He's a cyber sportsman.
There's something there.
On a map where half the gunfights are like not close range.
We can workshop it.
Like on defense, you're shooting outside a lot. You don't want to be on fucking Denari and Ella. You don't see heads doing
I mean,
that.
hey, what about a little audience
Casey
participation
doing
here?
that?
We've got at least one intelligent person in Twitch chat. I'm sure they could come up with something good.
5-0's not that absurd. Like, it was a fucking given. We've seen how they played yesterday.
0?
KDS now 7 kills across 3 rounds. He's been unstoppable ever since that tack timeout, frankly. Not sure if it's something being said by the coach, but he's been powered
What
up
I saw on Club, I feel like Club's one of their better maps.
Souls and KDS have combined for 16 kills up to this point. 10 kills for the Rebellion across the board. Again, kills are the problem. FaZe Clan have been taking no prisoners on these attacks, droning very effectively and following up briskly. Chalet is a relatively favorable map to the attackers. As we said, there's only really one good bomb site for the defenders. This gets played so frequently. Surf Spoit with a kill apiece, but Wooting dies to some martyrdom as the grenade that had been, Surf dies to the martyrdom that was used.
Willie takes another one.
Souls gets taken down. Cyber in the midst of the smoke on 1 HP. Diffuser goes down and he does not make it out of the building.
I'm actually not even gonna fucking profess anymore. Like, if you, anyone who watches the game knows, if you put Willie on a normal gun, he's going to destroy everyone.
The Rebellion should have won.
Like, there's not much really else to be said. Like, you guys are sat here watching him fucking fart around on Ella and Denari constantly.
And things should get better for the Brazilians from here on
just put him on normal guns, bro. Like, you put your best fraggers on the best guns. That's literally what every other team does. I swear to God, every team that Willie is on, I swear to God, they have a fetish of putting him on shit guns and shit positions. I've seen it in every team.
Choked out their first SI Grand
But it is just because of his better nature. Like when they're going through the strats, they go, "Oh, we should have an Ella," and he just goes like, "Oh, I don't care, I'll play it."
They've been around the block quite a few
not every
times.
team,
I want to
not
go back
Rogue.
to Rexon on that.
That's the one thing I can say.
His play inside of Library on the vert was absolutely exceptional. Getting that last kill on a
Bro,
side.
if he's playing on,
if
he's playing actual injury,
that round onto
it's game over.
Verticality. A lot of those FaZe Clan players were not.
Yeah,
so
Loira's on shit guns though, bro, because like he has people who are better fraggers than him on the team. That's just it. Willie's the best fragger on any team he's ever going to be on.
But with the good anchor play from Surf, some really nice vert play from Rexon, it just didn't get the job done.
Already used their timeout. And now they go onto the harder side. Well, I mean, hey.
The way Ambi plays, bro, he plays like really up close and personal and like in your face siege. So it would make more sense to put him on the guns like that.
One of the most
like on G2, you're seeing you never see Doki or Stompin playing on fucking Ella, do you? Like you never see it.
And then a couple bans and
Heads,
some really
you never
bad defending
Casey,
teams
you never
with
seen it.
great
Logan, you never seen it.
rates go head to head, and well, the attackers win 10 of the 12 rounds.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you this, Parker.
Loira's by far the best fragger on G2. Can somebody wake this guy up?
6 defenses yesterday on Chalet against D plus Kia, and they went 5-1, and that doesn't sound so inspiring for Shopify Rebellion fans, but
Jack Rappo is a recent thing. To be fair, it's probably since the Denari came into the game. I don't think he's definitely not his most played off.
Defense coming into this game.
Who's better, bro?
It was against Black Dragons, but I do hope that there might be some way for Shopify Rebellion to look into their notes, look into their stats, and be able to bounce back.
Can you order food for me for the good work I did, Massa? I actually have a
yeah, it doesn't matter who they played against.
I actually have a proposition for you. Check this out.
Do you believe in what you just said after we said that basically they played ranked?
They ended up playing ranked, but I think at the start, you know, they were, it's not like they were just saying, let's run defaults as Black Dragons. It's still SI, end of the day. I think they were playing their main strats.
Cyber spawn peaked with a Scorpion.
And he got the kill. He jumped out of bathroom, actually, as well. Well, he did both.
He got the kill from bathroom. He did not get the kill.
He got the kill when he jumped out. He did not get the kill when he spawn peaked. But he's still playing the Scorpion, so that is his main strat.
Well, they saw how quickly FaZe could crack this egg. Well, what if SR does exactly the same? Spoit's already thrown out that ROU projector. There was some...
Sound, Ambi.
Ambi's having a bad game.
Fair to say.
That is, it's a bit of shakes that he's going to need to settle down just a tiny, tiny bit.
Oh my God.
That should settle him a bit.
They actually don't like, they're like allergic to trading each other, aren't they? They're allergic to trading each other.
Shopify Rebellion finally getting on the board. Spoit eliminating Cybers. We hit the halfway point in the round, but the Scorpions again The sting from the Scorpion Tail, ever so hurtful. KDS gunning down Surf, and Canadian.
At least he's smiling. At least he's smiling, man.
We flicked to Canadian. This has almost turned into a comedy at this point.
Yeah.
Canadian, we flicked to Canadian right as the last player died, and Canadian literally leaned back in his chair, put his head up, and then just started laughing like, what do you want me to do, man? Like, a 6-1 for FaZe incoming, unless Troy Jaroslavsky can clutch out, and he could not. Handy gets the final kill right as Canadian
hard
vaults
fucking
into
watch
the
this
library
is.
window, and
But it's like,
one
it's
round
always,
away
it's literally
from us
expected,
going
let's
to
be
a
honest.
break. And then Clubhouse.
And there's no thought in Troy's mind to sit on the roof and save his KD, because his KD's unsavable anyways.
That's mean.
He's big bad Nady. Well, I mean, he's not on this team for his KD. He's on this team for the brain and for the calms.
Big brain Nadian.
Big brain Nadian.
They clamped down on the ability to do stuff like that because there was a period of time where I actually really enjoyed when players would be on the outs, they would put super in their name. That is so hurt. That is mean.
That's mean.
That is so mean.
Don't say I'm mean when that's mean.
You know what's crazy? They only ever do this. Like they never do it like when we had fucking Gunner who was like 1 in 10 the other day. They got mogged and they didn't post anything like
Players
that.
when they were facing elimination would put
They never ever do it to like other teams. I swear to God.
Canadian would go with Big Bad Nadian when he was on the outs. It was cool stuff. And then production was like, you're not allowed to have fun anymore. And then that was it.
Yeah.
I honestly think a big part of that change was Geo.
Geo would change it like all the time. And he had the ridiculous names.
The worst part was that was back when the UI was on the top of the screen and it would only show the first 3 letters of your name.
Big Bad second
Geo
support
would
on the,
go with,
on the same team, so
Geo, and then
literally.
his name would just show as SLE. Or he was Sen Poppy Geo and it would just be SEN and you're like, who the hell is that?
There's no way to know.
Your name is just the 3 letters. You can see your whole name. It was very amusing. If you wonder why we're waffling, it's because FaZe is showing us a masterclass here on Chalet.
All they can do really here is like play for round
Dragons.
difference. Like,
7-1
just don't make it a
on this map
7-1.
yesterday. And they're playing a little bit more freeform now that they've been able to run up the score. Can't get too cute though. Handy, the first casualty, and he died very
Well, they need
early
10
in
points. Well, they're on
rounds.
5 now with the win that they got
FaZe.
before.
Gotta get a bit more aggressive, and Souls will do that. Rexon taken
So
out
I
by
think like
Nador.
one more win, then they'll
That's
be
the
fine.
vigil of Souls, not roaming, but sitting inside the site.
I think Black Dragons need to 2-0 someone now.
Players already, exchanging those fights. I think you take that trade ultimately just because any trade is takeable for Shopify Rebellion.
But I think they get tiebreaker then.
Going down, you just want to
That's the
get
thing,
some
stay
of these
as they are
players
now.
off the board. And he's had such a good game so far, 7-3. Everybody, I think you can say that for FaZe Clan. They've extended a little bit above the bomb site, and Shopify Rebellion are actually going for a
Where's
full
Spoit? On the
master
fucking
side
screen,
over
G.
clear. So they're going to end up with a lot of map control. Very different to the approach that they were taking, of course, back on Nighthaven Labs. Opens them up potentially to a bit of a late round flank if somebody does want to go for it, but I think if you're
I'd
FaZe
actually pay
Clan,
money
you're
to
kinda
see
happy
Willie
just
Nelson
to
on a bit of
wait
Ash.
until this round comes to a close.
It'd be fucking genius.
Canadian on this Sens is probably going to be what you're focused on for the brunt of this plant. You can try to use that Sens wall to maybe dodge past some of those library players and get down the stairs, but ultimately it's going to be that verticality that has to be cleared out if they're going to play this objectively.
They're gonna give.
I was so confused there. We saw the Vector in hand, and then we heard the Scorpion, and I was like, what is it? What is
He's not
that
gonna check close
sound?
window, is he?
Assembling outside of library.
Alright,
Now
fair
the
enough.
grenade will go
Push them
in,
back.
flushing KDS off of his position. Successfully
Trades,
done.
trades,
Souls
trade it
with
back.
3 kills, shut down by Canadian. And now Surf and Canadian will link up with Vidiking and KDS as the 2 to fall. A tale of 2 completely different players.
I'm gonna have to step in at this point. Honestly, Dylan, we actually might need to fucking get you in there.
Through 7 completed rounds. KDS with
I feel like I might have to pay for Willie to
Surf and
be
Canadian not much
on the
better
Ash.
than what Vidiking
Seriously.
has. They're
Dylan, we actually
wandering
need you in there.
upstairs. No time for drones, though it does show
We need
the
you in
Canadians
there.
one in pocket. He will take some time to go into discovery, but he is running out of room. 30 seconds left. Vidiking spotted. He'll be on the run and will rotate
Right, he's gonna
over
come up
towards
blue stairs,
blue,
guys. Come on.
leaving KDS on the bomb site.
Let's move.
To defend against these players.
No, this is fucking over.
Spot on. Surfing Canadian from above. A drop now in from Canadian. Final EE1D will go. These 2 working together so effectively.
How has he still got the kill?
But FaZe Clan put this one away.
Sometimes, bro, I thought Troy couldn't hit a fucking bomb door.
Chalet
Is
played
what it is.
twice
Check
by
this.
FaZe
I'll
Clan
check it out
over
now.
the last 24 hours, and they have not lost more than 2 rounds combined. That is an impressive tally. And I suspect this map will move into permaban territory against FaZe from here on out.
Shopify Rebellion playing this map 2 times in the last 24 hours too, and have won 2 rounds combined. So maybe permaban territory for SR as well. This series still has yet to be decided. The buffer is still remaining. So one more map will see us as we get the decider between FaZe and Shopify Rebellion.
We're going all the way. Pay out the predictions. Let's run the predictions back up. After, yeah, bro, I said it. Like, I said this. I said 2-1 Shopify. People are going, oh, why not 2-0? This is why. Right, guys, map 3. Make sure we fill up on the predictions now. For all the fucking marbles, Clubhouse is map 3. Can we get the Clubhouse stats, Tristan? Can we get the goddamn Clubhouse strats? Clubhouse stats, please, 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 please. Alright, well that was fucking depressing. Hopefully they bounce back. They have to accept the fact that they should know that that was gonna happen. Surely they're not too upset about that.
My birthday's in October, so I'm like, what? How does that correlate with the dates?
Looks like W7M are gonna take their own map pick.
I was 20 and SI 19.
I mean, that simplifies it, doesn't it? That simplifies it so much more.
Make sure you fill up on the predictions, guys. Let's go for over a million again.
My poly career from 18 to 25, I was just null. I didn't have an age. It was just, I was existing, and then I retired, and then I was old. That's how it worked for me. When you're around all these youngsters and living this lifestyle, I feel like you get kind of
honestly, I don't know what their map pool is like. I don't know.
World game is awesome.
I don't know if they wanted to hard counter phase on Chalet. I don't know what the plan. I have to ask, but like,
that's funny.
Surely their other maps cannot be as bad as that. Like, that's got to be. If they make it out of groups,
that's right.
That has got to be retired for the remainder of the tournament.
Oh,
their Chalet is fucking absolute butt cheeks.
So now OXG look to be cooking again with the sends. Now this worked pretty well last time.
Jonko Johnson, thank you for tier 1.
No, this actually did work.
It did work pretty well last time.
It did, yeah. They had their Ying coming up from lobby though, which they don't have this time around. Instead, they brought the Lion.
You like me some Lion though. Mind you, the operator bans, right? The Ying and the Echoes are target bans galore. Very big fan of that. I was gonna say, let's start banning Echo or playing IQ every single round. I imagine you ban the IQ and you bring the Echo in the future. That could be kind of good, no? Start target banning in different directions. Doggy goes in. That means aggression galore. Get up the staircase. Get in that bomb site. Try and find a pick. Or go main stairs.
I don't think it's going to work. The Clash is there waiting for him. Forrest will have to have the timing of his life, but a gap created. Lopen shut down after his heroics last round. He'll have to sit out for this, what could be the final round of the map. Fluxo, do they have the guts to try and peek now, or is it better to be restrained, to try and wait for the push? It looks like Volps has answered that question. He dicks up his head, and Yoga takes him down. 3v5 now for Fluxo as the flashes come in, and the plant begins to go down for Adam. It's time to get on the retake. Dodes look to try and take one down. Grixer is in position. He's going to have to take a jump outside. It's successful, but he's the last one left, and they know exactly where he is. Oxygen breathe new life into this game with a massive attack onto the top floor.
That's not what we want to be hearing.
And it's another round on the board, closing the distance, the W7M.
I mean, OSG, they have this great coordination and timing when they want to. They certainly are capable of it, but half the rounds, they're, you know, desynced, miscoordinated, and the other half, they are just really on point. Fluxo, W7M, they do the same thing as on border.
Someone in the YouTube chat said, what role is Spoit? This guy responds to support. Right here. Because Spoit is very inconsistent in Pro League. Somebody get this guy the fuck out of here.
Potential and a comeback at that.
The guy is fucking asleep at the wheel. 1 minute.
No Portuguese.
Watch this last round. But I actually don't even think it's rage bait sometimes with these people. Like, I think he's just genuinely a zombie.
Or D+, I'm not sure. And and he listened to their tag timeout because on the A stream they can do the real listenings.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that's
know a
it.
word of
B stream
Portuguese,
can't do
but
listenings.
I'm
That
pretty
was
sure
it.
they were swearing.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
there's just no context for that comment at all.
Did one in in Manchester because he's a ponytail one. He's one to win a spot. Honestly, I'm getting done there. Yeah. Who edits his videos? We have a few different editors.
Chalet and Club in this best of 3 series because those were the 2 maps where they beat Black Dragons yesterday. And because that game was so
probably a
quick,
mistake. I have too many accounts on my phone.
footage. There will be some, but there's not a crazy amount of footage for SR to go back and VOD review. It also means for FaZe Clan going deeper into this group stage, and especially if they can get a deep run into the playoffs, which it's FaZe Clan, they almost certainly will.
Yeah,
they're going to be able to hide some strats before they on some other map before they have to show them off.
Give me
in
balloons.
Those later
You got the doubloons? Did you win those fucking doubloons?
FaZe have really done themselves
a
bit of a nice deed.
I have too many accounts on my phone.
The same 2 maps across both their first
Yeah,
and
close the
second
predictions.
play
Goonsky.
day, meaning they have plenty of
Goonsky!
maps hidden up their sleeve for the rest of the event.
Yeah, I mean, there is something to be said about efficiency, right? If you're winning all your games 2-0 and pretty quickly 2-0, I know that I made a joke about it when you referenced it on Chalet in the previous map, that, oh, well, you know, when you said, oh, well, they've got VODs on them, and I'm like, oh, yeah, but if they're running around like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off, you know, you're not really gaining a lot from those VODs. But it really is true. If you are only playing 8, 9, 10 rounds on 2 maps in every single one of your series, it will be much harder for your opponents to counter-strat you. Even if they do counter-strat you, the level of success you can find in dealing with that is far from guaranteed. Seth, Super,
Here's Willie doing some classic fragging duties.
Everything that we said they would do.
Classic frag duties coming out here.
And yet, it was a 7-1 victory for FaZe Clan. The Rebellion knew what was going to happen.
Goonsky, can I get a million points?
Well, it's a full anchor to start things off.
Can I get a million points right now?
Speeding things up on the defensive side, that's for sure. They've got 5 guys
Shouldn't
still
be on
stuck
these
in
I
the
mean,
basement.
fucking
There might
hell.
be
You
some
think it'd be a
jammers
given.
tossed around that top or middle floor. That can sometimes be a strategy that teams use just to
Who
try
has the PAMs to do it? Because Willie can't even do it either.
Roam, force them to try to go for some
Willie can't even do it.
committed roam clears, and that's exactly what we are seeing. Canadian pre-firing nothing at all because you don't know what's clear. You can't exactly drone it out with those mute jammers being placed where they are.
Willie can't.
Nice
I tried it. Look.
FaZe Clan hoping to slow down this roam clear as much as they can. But Shopify Rebellion at about the 92nd mark now are realizing for sure there's no roamers. We can just focus on this side.
And this goes back to what gets set off when we see Clubhouse on the map.
You only have 30 points.
When you see Clubhouse, you know it's going to take 1 minute and 32 minutes to drone out if there's nobody roaming.
Yeah.
Now, of course, on these bottom floor bomb sites, there's a lot of ways you can go about it.
I have to do a raffle when everyone's offline and give myself fucking a lot of points. Boom.
Heavily upstairs, and then if they don't get picked off, they can fall back to the site really effectively. It's really just comes down to a matter of preference. Cyber getting killed by Spoit is an interesting start to this map.
Yeah, tries to push up the main stairs, tries to get cheeky with it. Maybe that's the speed that they're trying to incorporate into this game, but ultimately doesn't pay off for FaZe Clan. The breaching also going very well for the American team. They get the church wall, they get the kitchen.
Right, let me lock in on this round. We'll do after this. I'll fuck around with it in a minute.
So lots of angles open up for Shopify Rebellion for the final 40
they're stalling out like crazy.
Credit to Shopify Rebellion for looking more confident on this attack than at any point they did on Chalet. This is a big difference in how they approach this map. They're going to run headfirst into this FaZe Clan team. Limited time remaining. Canadian holding that case as Ambi will now drop and go through Moto. Canadian is in the exact same spot. KDS gunning down Rexton. Church has not been flushed out. Nade will go off Surf on the board to join Spoit's kill. That's Spoit now gunned down by Wooting. Ambi charging his way through Moto.
Come on.
But he gets gunned away at. He takes one down, and
Needs
it's
to go
all
down.
up to Wooting. Ambi, Surf, and Canadian are there. Canadian with Diffuse Kit. Very limited HP. Wooting, no gas canisters.
Holy
He
shit!
takes Ambi down, but Surf shuts this down, and the Rebellion start off with a win in round 1.
Scary
edit
first
points,
round, though. If Wooting had
Elegance.
found the head of Canadian, we were on 0-0. That would have been a
10K.
defensive round win, even without finding every frag. But in the end, good push coming through from Shopify Rebellion. The core of that push, of course, Canadian plus Ambi plus Surf. Those were the guys pushing Moto and pushing through main stairs. They also had Spoit on the kitchen hatch and Rexton pushing in through blue.
Yes!
Didn't find too many kills in that execute, but were able to distract enough for those main pushers on Shopify Rebellion to get that space, get into a plant position, and get the kills that they needed to protect that plant. Really nicely played by SR.
that I'm going to be watching the most this game was a player whose name came up a few times in map 1 and map 2, but not necessarily for the same reasons across those. That's going to be Ambi.
1 milli?
Ambi enters as the lowest rated player in this line. Now, if Ambi was playing hard support,
1 milli, 200K.
Would really be worth talking about more than just a casual mention.
Yeah.
But Ambi is the guy who should be carrying your team.
Oh yeah.
He is consistently.
No, gamble them all. All right, wait there. Let me get my phone. What do I have to do?
On the Rebellion.
Exclamation mark, gamble all.
He has had a really rough game. I don't know why. I'm not going to begin to speculate why. We saw he had some very obvious struggles just aiming his weapon on Chalet. So maybe it's nerves, maybe it's fatigue. You never
All right, you get
know.
ready. Boom.
But you're going to need more out of him to keep
I win?
up with
Did I
a
win?
team like FaZe.
We can certainly say it's not
Double up,
arthritis,
baby!
because for the last 2 years, Ambi has been the youngest player at the Six Invitational.
And now we're not gambling
This year,
again.
that crown was finally
I will forever be at the top of the leaderboard.
He is no longer the youngest player, but
Fantastic,
being
seriously.
19 years old and already competing at your 3rd Invitational is a pretty ridiculous feat. He entered today with a plus 42 KD across all of his 6 Invitational games as well. So we're used to see him popping off and being the main fragger on the team. Just hasn't really come to fruition against
I mean,
FaZe.
guys, you see me double up my money.
That Ambi might be having some issues.
Yo,
but he also
Willie on
can credit
Habana,
this
fragger by the
FaZe
way.
team.
For sure.
FaZe
Huge fragger.
consistently makes top
He's a big
fraggers
fragger.
look
He's a known
weak.
fragger.
That's just the way that they play. They are often stifling their roam, having to match up against guys like Cyber, like KDS, like Souls consistently.
Gamble again? All right,
Easily
all right.
kill you without a second thought.
Mama ain't raised no
It's
bitch.
tough opposition.
All right, here we go.
I mean, if you've got a great gunner and he just cannot deal with the aggression on
Dick
their
pics from
side.
Ambi.
Oh god, I think I did it again, Jesse. Last time I talked to
I lost it all. No!
Ambi starting off this round with
No.
a pick. Handy is gone. And Shopify Rebellion get the opening pick.
no,
Call that the caster blessed, and it really has been Ambi, Spoit, and Canadian focused on this garage side of the map. He got that pick over towards customs as
2.3 million
focused
gone,
on
man.
the Rafters player. We see that position has
Fuck.
been given up for free now.
Yo,
by
Raid,
FaZe
thank you for
Clan.
tier 1.
KDS and Wooting are the only ones still lurking around cash and top red.
Appreciate you, brother.
How long they want to
Thank you for
stay
the
here
kind
is
words.
really going to determine what this defense looks like for the rest of the round.
They've got FaZe Clan on the run. They were holding off over towards CCTV and Cash. That's the beachhead that's usually established.
24 mil. No, it was
Reinforce
2.4.
that, CCTV wall. Require the attackers to waste time and utility to cut right through it before they can get to the bomb site. Perfect use of that time for FaZe Clan. Watching the clock, using the utility to their disposal, and then, oh my goodness, getting out of there.
Come on, Troy, bro.
Canadian becomes comedian on that one. Souls
Fucking
still
hell,
survives, and now
Troy.
Cyber gets on the board as well. Finally, Souls is punished by Rexon, but Canadian having some issues. I think he hit the gun. The gun does not have a hitbox. You can light up the weapon as much as you want, but that is an unfortunate situation. And it's left Shopify Rebellion in a bit of a hole with only 30 seconds to go. A hole
Troy
they are
needs to
unlikely
fucking hit some
climb out
shots,
of.
bro.
Jesse, as Rexon is all alone with Spoit's death happening moments ago.
Pretty unwinnable from Richie. We'll see what he can do.
I feel like
outside the
Troy
building.
knows
Jumps
what he
in,
wants
is
to
in the
do. His
crossfire,
hands just don't
knows it
do it.
now, and KDS hits the final
Like, he knows
shot
what he
to
wants to
make
do.
this
His
one go
hands
the
just
way
simply
of
will
FaZe.
not do
Tie us
the
up
job.
At one, you really go back to that gym bedroom plans. Everything was looking quite good for Shopify Rebellion, but not being able to get the kill onto the Azami makes a gym plant just impossible. And with Canadian going down, it becomes really tricky.
You need a spotter when
My
Canadians
nephew
in
said
the
all
gym,
people
I
have
guess,
boomer hands.
and they just
Fuck
didn't
it.
have
No,
one.
yeah, nephew might be right.
That was a joke. A spotter is somebody who helps you when you're trying to lift weight.
Parker, I've never been to a gym. How would I know that?
Elegance at 6.
I didn't need confirmation, but I had suspicions.
Check the leaderboard now, pussies.
Okay, I will say, when you see it in slow motion, it does kind of look like he should have hit him a couple times.
Exclamation mark points. Let's check it out.
I will give a little bit more
Boom!
credit
Rank
and
number
grace to Canadian
1.
than
Hell
maybe
yeah,
my initial,
baby!
Giggle warranted.
Honestly, like, I was really impressed.
Guys,
by
if you're
Souls.
broke,
The
just
fact
say
he
that.
knows I'm being fired out by Capitao. I've got to go
If
to
you're
the
broke,
other
just
corner
say
where the
that.
window can't see me. Then gets that kill. Then gets the second frag on the jacuzzi player. I mean, that was a really impressive play by
Tonight.
Capitao.
And I'm sure that
If you guys are
he had
broke,
some
just
intel
say that. Fuck
with
it
that
out.
jacuzzi breach, but it's
not my
very
fault I'm
easy to
fucking
just stay
pimped
posted
out.
up and watch that wall because, or watch that window because usually there's somebody else out there in that position. Instead, he gets fed info that even with the Azami barrier, the Kiba barrier on the main door. He pivots over, gets the pick, and it is
Right.
So
Everyone's got 10k points.
his team.
Gamble up, baby!
The most defender-sided
Spend big!
on this
Spend big!
entire map
Spend big!
unfolds in front of our eyes. Cast CCTV upstairs, and I suspect this will be a garage push. They were already starting to shoot away at those garage panels. Quite a heavy investment from KDS. And a very default setup here with the Cuba barriers being used for protection. The ADSs poised
Everyone
to eat up
spend big,
whatever's
baby!
thrown or shot in that direction.
Fuck it, I've ruined the chat. The chat's fucked.
And govern over it.
Oh,
He's gonna try
fuck
to
it
use
now.
these smokes with the glass to get that pick onto KDS. He's
The
hoping
rule
to
is
just
though,
smoke
you guys
himself
have to
in the
all,
doorway,
you have to gamble it
peek out,
all.
and ready to get
All. You
owned
can't
by
stop.
KDS. There will be some capital.
You know, let's separate the country, bro. This is a sign of things to
Here
come.
it comes out now.
And I mean, as long as you can slowly move this glass, you can do some serious damage, but Spoit is having some struggles. KDS is watching the fire around him, and he has to reposition. He manages to get away because of the coverage from his teammates. Handy, the first kill as Ambi drops. Ambi is taking quite a bit of damage. Ambi, the first casualty yet again. That's not the player that you want to be losing.
Two players low on FaZe. Unlucky he's not getting anything.
Utility-heavy striker that likely
Didn't
brought
get
some
any?
explosives or
Everyone got it.
flashes
I did
or
it to all.
something that could have been used to great effect for the Rebellion.
Surface begging to get a kill on the KDS. He's so low HP already. They've used all their capital bolts. They've really struggled to clear him out of this spot. He's playing so passive now that they can just walk in bottom garage, but all eyes are on KDS right now.
And he's just lasted for so long, Jesse, living much longer than many would have suspected. KDS and Handy very limited on HP. KDS gets punished for it. Handy is still low on HP, but he can persist over towards
low.
Vidiking will join him on just a sliver of HP.
Leave Handy there, bro. He's doing nothing. We need to try and hit the site. They have no smoke. They have no way of stopping the plant.
HP. Well, Cyber actually knows taking a bit of damage.
They have one
too
below.
now.
This could be decent.
So it's just all up to Souls. As you can see on the side of the Rebellion, they've taken a beating. Spoit is barely alive. Rexon has lost about a fifth of his HP, give or take.
Canadian's got to make it to site. He's still bottom garage.
Finds one. Come on, boys.
A journey to make it up there. He'll have time, but not a whole lot. He's going over to platform to play with his teammates.
3 players on Shopify Rebellion all rocking that new DMR. The only one not using it is the Glass, who, oh my, will bring a very different weapon to this fight.
You can't peek, bro.
Jiggle peek around. Souls has that one lined up. Handy yet another. Souls in this position, fishing for a third, can't land it. Surf rushing him with very limited time, and he knows that he has to stick the plant. As from down below, Vidiking will do the job. All credit goes to Souls there in
Look at the
his
gambling.
position.
Look at the
Surf
gambling in
was
the chat.
the
Yeah,
spot
bro,
where
like
you
they...
just gotta stick
I don't know
it.
why
If
Willie
you don't,
shouldn't be
you lose
peeking
the
there.
round either way.
They wasted all their smokes
FaZe
as
Clan take the
well.
lead.
Really nice little stall there coming out from FaZe Clan. It felt like Shopify Rebellion just wasted all their utility. Not too early, because you do want to use it on
Look
the
how
Raptors
many of the
position,
points
don't
are
get me
already
wrong,
nearly gone.
But it took so long to find the kill onto KDS. Then Canadian from bottom garage rotated all the way out the door, up the platform. Time was really, really low, and they had no more smokes to go for that execute.
You chalk the shot, need a great page or something. Nah, I think like people will be all out of points
can't
soon.
fight back against. All of the utility from Shopify had been used before the execute, just trying to get that Raptors position. So
TTV Psychos, just so you know, thank you for the 20 months, bro. 20 months, that's huge.
FaZe Clan, the time was better for FaZe Clan, and they were able to just catch SR as they were running into sight.
I was hoping we'd hear it a third time.
It sounded like he was yelling across, like he was trash talking Shopify Rebellion. I'm quite certain none of their players speak Portuguese though, so they would not be mentally affected by that. But sometimes it's good just to boost your own team's morale, you know? Why not?
Yeah, I mean, let off some energy, let off some stress. If you had a particularly tense round, why not, right? But no, I mean, the one question I do need to ask is why did it take so long for Spoit to get in position in Rafters? I mean, you use the glass to good effect. A ton of utility was done to relinquish FaZe Clan of their hold on that part of the map, and then it honestly felt like Spoit was a bit of an afterthought in that position. When you've got the breach open, that glass can hold a pretty decent cross. It's not going to win you the round by itself, but it will certainly help. Souls found himself in a position where they weren't expecting him in the previous round. Now he finds himself in familiar territory. Playing inside a dirt tunnel as they'll open it up.
Breaching here.
And then they'll go to work, popping some holes in that CCTV wall, which will force Cyber to get up from his position.
Oh, map 3, map 3.
It's really good that Souls is getting this information that there are players pressuring Dirt early, because it says that, hey, there might be a fast push that is ignoring our roam game. Unlike on round number 1, FaZe Clan have opted for a very aggressive strategy where they've put Wooting on the top floor, KDS roaming on that scope post, even Cyber still on that main floor. They've drawn it back a little bit, but I doubt this roam will ever be fully gone unless SR come in and clear it themselves. They've committed to playing this more aggressively. If Souls does get cleaned up inside of Dirt Tunnel, that could open up a big gap, but Souls doesn't give up his life easily. He knows how important it is for him to stay alive in that spot.
Staying alive. A good song by the Bee Gees, but an even greater motto that is being practiced oh so effectively by Souls, still persisting in this position down in Dirt Tunnel.
2 attacks on Murphy, I think so as well.
20 seconds.
Again, though, like I feel like they lose a lot of rounds to themselves with some of the shit that they do.
Oh.
They don't really have map control, Parker. They've got a little bit of kitchen control. Ambi and Rexon are working their way down blue as we speak, so this is kind of what the push is looking like, but there's not a ton of options.
And Spoit's just going to drop. What map control do you need if you've got the element of surprise? But Handy is not surprised in the slightest. 2 kills in his hands, Souls with 1 as well, playing inside of Dirt. Ambient Canadian will now need to start racking up the kills. The Blackbeard Canadian gets 1. But he's got a lot more to do. Souls
no fair back kitchen. Like, what even is this?
But
like,
a crossfire is established, and Handy gets a 3rd kill for his trouble. They had surrendered control of that defuse kit underneath the kitchen hatch, as it was a dead drop from Shopify Rebellion that goes nowhere. FaZe Clan really not showing many weaknesses on this map either.
I think SR we're hoping for something a bit easier.
I think the biggest thing for these last 2 rounds is just pay attention to the time, because in my opinion, we're self-stalling out a lot. That round is a bit different, but I also think we could have called to just rotate off way quicker, right? We can pull and move around the map, right? I think we just need to trust what we're doing and commit to it, right? So if we want to clear Jim over here, we just commit to doing it. We just need to be quick about it, because a lot of this is our mid round. We're sitting there thinking about what to do when, to be honest, we already know what to do. Okay. Yeah. Right? Like, let's get to where we need to be. Say what you need. Let's get decisive. Let's start doing it, guys. We got 2 attacks here. Let's get some on the board, right? Stop playing against ourselves. We're playing against them. Teamwork, count shit down, play together. Okay, let's fucking go. Get it, guys.
Pretty good timeout, just more of a composure thing than anything else, because like
stalling.
They don't actually know what they want to do.
Uttered by Super in that tack timeout, and it's something that we've
You're matching all gifts.
From Shopify Rebellion the last couple of rounds. I talked about it when that CC round came through, about how they took a long time to rotate from garage up over towards the platform, and then he's talking about
I'll match some gifties. I'll match some gifties.
Called to rotate off a little bit earlier. He's absolutely right. They took a long time staring at Dirt. They were hoping that that would be an easy entry point, given how much FaZe had committed to their own game, but there were Goyo canisters and the smoke canisters and so much denial that they had to eventually decide, listen, this is not going to be our way into
I'll match
sight.
all subs made.
End up with a very good plan B.
All gifted subs made before the end of this game finishes.
Falling off of Dirt Tunnel, they hot drop in through kitchen, and I mean, Nade's twin brother makes quick work of them dropping. So really good round for FaZe Clan.
10 seconds to
Not
go.
having to do too much in the midst of it. It is really Shopify beating themselves right now.
5 seconds left.
Go all the way back to Nighthaven Labs.
Did you get 500 subs? No, I'll give
for Shopify
500.
Rebellion to win their own map. When we watch them, we often harped on how weak they were through that mid round and especially the late round. To back up our point, we referenced the fact that of the 15 rounds played, 12 of those rounds, it was SR to get the opening pick. Now, things get a lot worse on Chalet. There was
Yeah, look how fast
good
people in the
for
chat already
SR on
fucking
Chalet.
spent all the balloons.
But
Already
to their
fucking
credit,
gone.
they did draw blood 3 times before FaZe did. Here on Clubhouse, it's been 50-50. 4 rounds played. We're in the 5th active round. And in that, Shopify Rebellion got the opening pick in rounds 1 and 2. And they won one of those rounds, but then dropped the second. So I'm glad that Super has said something that we have been pointing out for all 3 maps. The mid-round, what comes after you get the first volley of kills, or just the first kill, period. That's been the big issue for SR.
Very different hold from FaZe Clan as we go back
I feel like
to
SR just plays so different to everyone else. Like, Grim is off right now. Like, I see pretty much everyone in their nan bring Grim here.
Towards the construction side of the map, and I think the big difference between this round and the last time we were here in round 2 is just how little is being committed to that cash side. Last time they had a Rafters player, they had that opening death to Ambi down inside of Customs. They were really focused on the eastern side of the map.
Clear some stuff
this time,
now.
while they did start there, they reinforced the cash walls. They've fallen off very early. They've kept all 5 players alive as they retreat back through through construction. Honestly, at about the 6
Are the windows closed? No soft pressure?
It did not take them very long to concede that ground. So Shopify Rebellion will take that space. Ambient Spoit will maintain their positions over there. And now they can start to work towards the site. But there are a lot of players they're going to have to find. There's not a whole lot of space.
Yeah, windows are closed. Holy shit, no soft pressure at all.
Swapped around which players are playing which operators, but it's still a pretty similar operator lineup. That's
Gym window closed, boys. This is a joke.
By this SR.
No, they're only now getting soft pressure at 1 minute left.
Flush out some of these defender gadgets. Rexon takes quite a beating as he's.
I'd be shocked if Shopify win this round.
He does die. His job of opening things up as a hard breacher has been.
Still got mirrors to fucking play with and everything.
It would have been pretty bad for.
No Habana palace to clear this. No means of clearing it.
Gone
Big
6
pick.
is used to great effect. They blow it up and what? KDS with a triple kill from a single nitro cell. But immediately the Rebellion turn it back on its head.
Not
Ambient
winnable.
Surf managing to narrow these numbers down back to a 2v2, back to even footing. They'll flash on in. Amaya Cyber will now need to corner peek, but it's Surf all on his lonesome. Working his way through weight room, but he's having some trouble. They'll reposition. 10 seconds remaining. He has a good vantage point. Spraying through the wall. Now he'll try for another plant.
Play for the
running out of time.
kill! Play
Cyber will
kill!
just play the clock with shotgun in hand. Past the point of no return, and Surf will not give him
Bro,
the
you have
benefit
to
of a
play kill. You've just seen him. You
I
have
can't
to play
believe that
kill.
3 kills with a
You
single
have to
nitro.
play kill.
That is absurd.
Oh my
Harper, that was
lord,
such a
bro.
cool round to come through
You have
from
4
FaZe Clan.
seconds. You
on
have
all
to play
levels, there
kill.
were different, back
You
and
know where
forth
he is.
about
You
that,
just nearly
right?
fucking
We saw
killed
it.
him. You have to
The
play
zombie ban
kill.
makes it a lot easier to plant inside a gym, right? You ban out that zombie so you don't have to use the Capitao. You can get that spot a lot better. Soul says, I'm going to play the Clash, and it's a really neat adaptation. He says, if I can play behind my Clash shield, as long as I'm not holding it,
You gotta play
I can
kill, bro.
safely see when you jump in the window.
WinCon
I can
is not
stop you from
planting with this-
inside a gym. It's great.
He did so well to get this first pick.
Dies. And when the
Look.
shield gets blown up, Souls is in big trouble, immediately dies, but then, of course, KDS uses it as an
You just
opportunity
killed
to toss
Valk.
the nitro out. He gets that denial
You've seen
off,
Wamai
gets 3
on the
kills
gym
as
door.
we
You
saw,
know
because,
he's here.
Oh, they're all grouped up on it, right?
Fucking
One guy
hell,
had to
man.
shoot the Clash, one guy had to shoot the Gone 6, a third guy's just there for the vibes. Gets all 3 of them with the single nitro, and then for FaZe Clan, they can just play passive, play steady. You know that you're in the advantage point at that spot. Hit some really nice shots from Shopify Rebellion. Surfing that 1v1 against Cyber. He tries to go for the plants. I think if he goes for the kill, he might have a slightly better chance there, but I mean, Cyber's got a shotgun close range. There's really no winning from that situation. Cyber played it perfectly. Surf needed a mistake, and he didn't get it.
You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Surf found himself in a nearly unwinnable
Just feel like a lot of this
situation.
draft
Great read
Shopify
on the
player just like
Valkyrie
you just
was
don't ever see.
Terrific enough.
Grim's
in
on the
its own
board
right.
and it's pretty much always picked.
Surf having a very good game, 7 kills, leading the Rebellion. The rest of Rebellion, 8 kills across those 4 players. So Surf a heat sink for kills at this current point in time. Final round of the first half, Jesse. FaZe have won it. They've got 4 rounds. A 5-1 is definitely possible. And honestly, could be bordering on probable territory with the way that FaZe has played so far.
We'll see. I think with the zombie ban, Rafters should be a lot easier to clear out for Shopify Rebellion.
They did a
KDS is
4-2.
playing up there, but that's why Handy's getting aggressive. Loses the opening duel to Spoit. That's a nice shot from Willie to give the man advantage over to Shopify Rebellion. Makes it, again, very difficult to hold on to this Raptors position. Sure, you've got
They're trying to double, they haven't got the qualifier, that's what I'm saying.
but in the end, they have enough burn on Shopify to clear this.
I don't know if Handy needed to do that swing, but I mean, why not? If you're feeling pretty good about yourself, then go for it. But
The FaZe Clan way.
the thing is that the Rebellion are not playing poorly. Like, they're not doing
Canadians
really
just walked
badly.
in garage.
It's just FaZe are in a world of their own at this point in time. There are shadows giving the position away yet again. Cyber has to take a bit of damage to work his way through to stock. Canadian dies. That's really quite unideal for the Rebellion. And as you can see, this is a full court press from FaZe Clan. They are engaging through doorways, through walls, through windows. Shopify Rebellion have struggled to take up space inside of the map.
Play Grim in
because
85,
FaZe Clan are
22%
not even
last 12 months.
allowing
Like,
them in the
what, they're
building.
just anti-Grim
FaZe are
or
playing
something?
strats you can
Anti
only
one of the
do
best
when you have
characters
some
on
of the
attack?
best gunners in the world. Cyber and Lounge, the swing from Handy. Even Souls was playing aggressive on the billiards window earlier in this round, and Shopify Rebellion cannot find a way past it. Finally, Surf gets the trade, but you're less than 60 seconds
Too little,
to go,
too late,
Parker.
though.
You have not cleared out Raptors, which I
One
claimed
smoke
would
left,
be
2
easy.
impacts.
The May breach is open. At the very least, you've got that, and Spoit
Can't get the
is still
Banshee to
filled
walk
with
in.
2 Candelas. They need to get value out of this utility.
And guess what he could see in his position? The shadow. He could see the shadow of Ying, and blind KDS still sprays away. They've got that bulletproof camera giving him intel as he's being hunted down in that position. Juggling around, waiting for the right call. Ambi's the lone survivor with 2 players from FaZe Clan to
One
deal
close to the
with.
shotgun.
Not a lot of time to work through this.
Unwinnable.
Ambi looking to go positive right now, still battling his own demons. He's recovered pretty well from Chalet,
Holy shit, bro.
but it's FaZe doing FaZe things.
Just look at the way that's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I just don't understand what's going.
5-1 the first half for
What's the
the
plan
defending
here?
world champs.
It just feels like everything.
And Troy
Shopify
can't just be
Rebellion
walking
wanna
into
do,
lower
FaZe are
garage.
1 step ahead.
Yep.
I mean, they know exactly what to do. When the Azami gets banned, they've planned for that. They've got backup strategies on how to play that. On Jim, that means playing the Clash. On Season to be Cash, that means
No, I
getting
think-
hyper aggressive with roamers and billiards.
Trying to be
with
optimistic,
roamers
but,
and
like,
lounge, with
it's
big
decision
swings on
making.
Garage.
It's constant
They know
decision
when
making.
they
It's
need
just-
to play
it's
aggro.
just
they know
bad.
when they can rein things in. If their
Missing
utility's not
steps,
good
like,
enough,
bro,
that's
you have
okay. They'll
Cyber
find
who's like
another
freely
way to
playing
win the
around
round.
stock.
Just an impossible team to attack against, and they
You're
go up
trying to push Garage,
5-1
okay.
through this half on the decided
If they have the
map.
full lounge wall
The
open, how are you
scoreline
planning on
obviously
taking
looks a lot more
Garage
like
without
map two
clearing
than map
stock?
one, Parker,
Tell
but
me.
I really feel like the level of game
Stock
that we're
door
seeing
barricaded,
feels more
main
like
door
map one.
barricaded, lounge door barricaded.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
look, he's fully
I get
barricaded
kinda
in.
worried for just the
Absolutely no
competitiveness
soft
of
pressure
this
is done
game. There we go.
on
See
lounge.
highlights from this position.
No soft pressure, so he's just sat there fingering his
one was
ass in there. He doesn't give a
quite
fuck.
Yeah.
Trippy Tante, thank you for the prime.
You can hardly.
Charlie
see the
Meadwell,
blur.
thank you for the tier 1. For the gifted tier 1. Map 3.
I'm eager to see how FaZe tackles these next 2 games of theirs, because not that I don't have the utmost confidence in Shopify Rebellion, but I mean, we walked into this group thinking, okay, FaZe is probably going to be the Titan that emerges first, but Shopify Rebellion
We need the
looked pretty
remontada,
good.
literally.
G2 have probably fixed their issues.
I think after the hot start taking down G2 at the very first play day, Shopify Rebellion will be heading into their off day tomorrow, not feeling so great. I mean, I think they played a lot better today than yesterday. Nobody's going to deny that, but D plus Kia was one of the more beatable teams in this group. You beat G2. FaZe Clan were probably not going to be one that were ever going to be a simple task, though I'm sure they believed they could do it. Last play day, they'll play Black Dragons. You have to imagine they'll be the favorites in that one, but even still, you never like going into that final play day in a bottom spot where they very well could be.
I mean, it is a good time to get a bit of a reprieve. If you've got some issues, you can work through those on your off day.
True.
A reminder for those that have not heard us say this yet, or rather new information, or a reminder for those that have heard us and have forgotten, a victory here by FaZe Clan, didn't matter if they did it in 2 maps or 3 maps, guarantees that both FaZe Clan and D plus Kia will move on to Phase 2.
Wow,
they
like-
will avoid elimination here in the very first set of groups.
It's
At
all the
SI, 4
fundamentals and
teams
basics
will
have
go
gone out of the
home. We
window.
already know one of those teams is Elevate. We're waiting on who the next 3 will be. At this current point in time, Black Dragons are at the bottom of this group. If you're Shopify Rebellion,
I don't know what Willie's doing
that
there.
is your last chance to pick up points. That is your final opponent. Once this FaZe Clan match is done, SR have a day off
Oh.
and then Black Dragons to wrap up the groups. You just have to not be last. And right now, BD is sitting in that situation. Spoit had a rough go of it. He was eliminated pretty early on in this round, but since then, nothing much else, Jesse, has happened.
He doesn't have anyone playing Adam for him, but that's exactly the problem. Like, if they don't have anyone in Adam, then he probably should be falling a lot earlier.
New DMR, it hits like a truck. Keep it silent so that you can try to maintain some level of stealth.
I think
and
he's
KDS
supposed to be the
has
Adam
done a
player.
great
It doesn't
job
look
at
like they're playing a
pressuring
room.
these roamers. We did also see Rexon was roaming
Or
very
they playing
nearby to
ball.
Spoit inside of customs, but decided to take the drop. Decided he didn't want to maintain
Oh, they
that
gave
spot.
and left him.
So instead, he'll just retreat back to site, confident in
They
this
gave and left him.
4v5, hoping that FaZe will
Toasty,
waste
thank you for
their
the
own
prime. Appreciate
time,
you.
much like SR did, and not have the utility to go for this final push.
Candela's going out, and as you hear that, you can see the silhouette from Shopify Rebellion as one of their players decides to forego an active hold inside of escape tunnel / dirt tunnel. Out go the bees.
Like-
Utility will now be dropped on
Yeah,
in. It's
this
a
is-
relatively
it's over.
quick push now with a minute to go. Nitro still almost getting King. Handy finds a second kill for his trouble. The King
Dominating,
gets
bro.
one,
It's
Cyber
over.
the other, and
Over,
Jesse,
over.
6-1.
Why do you
for
run delay
FaZe
on the stream?
Clan.
I don't think there is any delay.
Series point
I mean, what can you do? The early game is great from FaZe Clan. They're able to spot out those roamers. They know exactly when things fall back. They time things so well. They've got an extra 45 seconds to spare in that round. You said it. They dropped pretty early, but they had everything they need. They had the map control. The hatches were open. They were ready with their Candelas. Vidaking, great job dodging that.
Yo, Charlie Meadwell with a 10 gifted. Fucking hell, bro. W fucking Charlie.
But instead,
huge for Charlie. Flame and Drunk taking the tier 1. W fucking Charlie in the chat, guys. Spam up W fucking Charlie in the chat. Huge.
A whole lot done. Dies to Handy.
W Charlie, bro.
Parts of this map as well. Pressure towards blue.
W Charlie, bro.
Dirt. It just looks like a really clean push from FaZe Clan, and Shopify Rebellion in danger of going down 7-1 for the 4th time in 2 days.
Not good.
Not good.
Bomb located by attacker.
On
Are
the
you
other
older than me?
side,
Yeah, I'm
this-
24.
If they do win 7-1, this will be FaZe Clan's
Nobody loves a bit of fucking Charlie.
7-1 victory
Charlie
in
Meadwell.
5 maps.
Fucking wonderful.
remaining.
Appreciate you very much.
They did lose.
Thank you for the 10 gifted, bro. Fucking W Charlie in the chat.
Let me correct myself.
I defer numbers to Jesse all the time because he's a numberologist.
I caught it.
He did catch it. Watch this. And so when Jesse says, "Is it this number?" I always go, "Sure, Jesse."
Sometimes I miss things too.
You know what? Every morning I wake up and I say to myself,
only
I
consolation
trust Jesse's numbers, and then I
is
have a nice
literally
big
that
cup of Folgers and just enjoy my day.
There's
You know?
like in their group they have Black Dragons who
It's
need
becoming
a
a thing.
2-0
Folgers is
in order
such
to
awful
qualify.
coffee. And when we were discussing the bit afterwards, Jesse's like, "You kept saying Folgers," and I wanted to be like, "Folgers is bad." And I was like, "That's the point."
Yeah.
The point is that I think
And
it's
let me
good.
see when that game is.
Or at least the joke thinks it's good. But no, can you imagine FaZe Clan wins this 7-1? It will be their 4th 7-1 victory in 5 maps.
Yeah.
The only map that they dropped was literally as close as it
Yeah,
could
so tomorrow
possibly
Black Dragons
be
play
a
against
7-8
G2.
loss to Shopify Rebellion.
In which they will be
On the
chasing a
Rebellion's
2-0.
map.
FaZe are in full form, Parker. They look absolutely unbeatable, hoping to be the 2nd team in history to go back-to-back in 6 invitational victories, of course, after G2 in 2019. This would be a big moment for them. They're still early in their journey.
what's
They're
good,
still
Dave?
early in this round,
good,
relatively.
big
They cleared
dog?
through the eastern part of the map. Cash is under
Iconic
their
in the building,
control,
baby.
as is CCTV. Construction is
Wish you were
being
here on
worked
bet terms,
Ambi
but,
still holds it with some
as you can
key
see, it's a bit of a
barriers.
fucking
Canadian
nightmare.
on the Clash has fallen off all the way back to site. Jacuzzi remains closed with just
Fucking
the mirror
big effort
window.
on the
Not
shot,
seeing any
baby.
pressure on Logi just yet either. So for FaZe Clan, just really working with
FaZe,
confidence.
some of the opponents in the group, especially
Andy
they've
dies, and
destroyed
that
the
might
process of it,
be the
yeah.
start of the end.
Dick Dave in this
for
team, I'm
Shopify
throwing a cat
Rebellion
among the
here in
pictures
this
we have seen
series.
enough. Honestly.
If so, it's been a very valiant effort, but FaZe are just
Disco
FaZe
Dave would never
Clan,
let
and
this
I hope
happen,
that
man.
people don't take
Disco
away from
Dave would never
that
let this happen.
Shopify Rebellion are not up to the task.
Like, see what I mean? Like,
Just how
the Grim, like,
utterly
I don't get
absurdly
why
dominant this
they're so
FaZe team
anti-Grim.
is. Through these 5 maps that
Bro,
we've
it's basic
seen,
soft pressure,
there
like,
really hasn't
the
been
window's supposed to be
Achilles heel.
open
There's been no
first 10
weakness
seconds of the
from
round.
FaZe Clan.
Someone's
Even
supposed to form
their
main gate to
matchup
open.
In map 1 against SR, they didn't really have any weaknesses.
I'm
They
just
just got
gonna go
beat by a
down.
team that knows the map even better.
Oh, this is over.
Vidaking manages to pull the diffuser down successfully. 9 players still alive with the objective planted. KDS removing Rexton's head. Looking for another. Vidaking eliminating Surf. Canadian is gone. And it's all up to Willie.
Wow.
A flawlessly won final
That was
round
embarrassing.
And a 4th 7-1 victory for FaZe Clan. Who is going to take
Very,
this team
very
down? What
embarrassing,
does it
actually.
take?
Let me see.
It just
Where's
looks
the
like an
barber shop?
undoable task. FaZe Clan so strong early at the 6th Invitational. Vidaking for the 5th time in his career.
So, how's actually your game
One
going?
of the nitro cells, even if it's not like
Last game of the day here, folks. Fucking hell.
Go on, absolutely.
What a fucking joke.